All right. Got the messages out. Let's see. Let's check the camera. And my camera is not on. Let's turn that camera on. And there we go. And why does it look so choppy down below? Because it was getting cut off. There we are. And playing games. Boom. Comes up properly. Let me pull up the chat. And bam, we are in business. Stefan, what's going on? How are you? Stackerum, what's going on? I'm here. Finally made it to a stream. Yes, you did. Hey, missing out on excellent content. Thank you so much. Glad you've been enjoying it. Good to see you. All right, let's bring it up. In the last episode, we had just finished the parade for coming through and saving Rycab Minoris, and it went completely wrong, and we ended up getting ambushed. And now we've got to figure out why things are going so haywire. I had a couple of people with me in the stream that last time, and that's why you see Heinrix with the broken ribs. I think next, from this point moving forward, if people end up joining the stream, I'll probably turn the difficulty down to normal, so it's a little bit easier for folks, depending on whether or not, you know, they're already used to playing the game. Because I don't want folks to feel like they have to know the game really well in order to be able to jump in. Probably was intimidating for some people. But anyway, hope you all have been having a good day. Mine was good. I have no complaints whatsoever. Seems like thus far there was a positive reaction to... Did you think you had won, enemy mine? You vanquished Twilight. You cut down Aurora, but she was only one of us. You hear me? From the depths of dead stone, from his prison of cold metal, he will rise. The hour is nigh. Alrighty. Seems like the reception to my review thus far has been pretty good, so I'm happy about that. Starting and getting into Star Touch L's and D&D. Nice, that sounds awesome. Hensler, what's going on? By default, I'm on Daring, which is basically core in Rogue Trader. Hey, these guys look like people.
How may I serve the dynasty? The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
I will take you down.
Uh-oh. Alright, prepare people for battle. Is this your first run? What's going on, Snorson? No, because I already completed a Imperial run to be able to do the review. So this would be my second run. And I've already started doing a a Iconoclast run on my own as well. Whoa, wait a minute. Why are these two out here? That didn't happen before. I've never had to face two of them like this. What's that about? Okay. I feel like something different must have happened in this playthrough, because I've had to face more of those chaos spawns than I ever had before. And they could come up over here if they wanted to as well. Just not good all the way around. All right, yeah, I guess do, huh? You able to finally wield the Chaos Faction handgun? Nope, not yet. But hopefully I will be able to very, very soon. 81%, let's do you.
Death shall reign.
Because the Chaos bar is full. Oh, but is that because I used the lightning? More chance of Chaos spawn. So it's because I'm using Idira so much this time, I guess. Because I never had to deal with that before, but I also never used her on a regular basis before, so it is what it is. All right. Okay. I joined in, but it's almost time for work. No problem, Hensler. Hopefully you understand. Hope work goes well for you. Okay, so yeah, that's the reason. Interesting.
Purpose guides.
All right, I'll roll with it.
Blood-soaked tribute.
Hey, look at that. That went well. Alright, starting crook, cultist, acolyte. Alright, Idira.
I know it is to come.
Oh, that's another fire starting cultist.
Anything else?
Is he dodge? Okay, so the Eye of Oblivion doesn't really bring it down yet the way it's supposed to. That'll come in time. All right, looks like that'll work.
What an unfortunate turn.
There we go. It increases bad things to spawn, pop up. Yeah, I didn't realize that could happen even on ambushes. I need to check and make sure that she has all the that she has the talent that helps to keep veil degradation down. All right, there's one more character over there, but I'm not worried about that, so we'll go over here
Tried and
instead.
tested tactics are the best ones.
There we go. Yep. Yep, from there.
At your back.
Best shot will fine. And it still misses. Whatever.
It will be done.
Fine. And let that go.
My
Oh,
ears
you
are
can hit him from there? That's unfortunate. Okay.
I'm not accustomed to guidance.
Oh, nice.
Me?
Take time.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
In fact, I guess she'll give you another shot. 'Cause, yep, like I thought. We won't worry about that guy all the way over there. Instead, we'll focus on you. If you hover mouse over, I think it will tell you the percentage chance of it happening. Yeah, I know it, oh, I see. Sanctioned Psyker is using minors. Yeah, is this considered, I wonder if chain lightning is considered a minor or a major power. I think it's a major. Ate some buttery ham and melted cheese sandwiches with nacho cheese covered chips, sweet barbecue bacon covered mini weenies. Wow. I'm coming up on the end of Act 3. I think I'm at the final fight. They kicked my butt. Yeah, Act 3 is no joke. Doom, what's going on? Glad you've been able to make the stream. I can't complain at all, man. How are you? I'm trying to use a chaos spell. The bar moves up a tick. Doesn't matter which character. Interesting. All right. Well, nothing I can do about it now. I'm gonna roll with the punches. This. This. And do this. And actually, can I? No, it's not enough enemies. Yeah, that's barely doing anything, but go ahead and use it anyway. All right.
Everyone, step aside.
Everyone, step aside.
I won't object to it.
Do that.
Let's see to it.
And can he? Yeah, no, it's not going out that far. Oh, he can't even reach any of them, so fine.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Having lots of fun trying out Ofar Marazhai though. Nice. Are you doing a Heretic run? You're planning on doing a Benevolentia run as well after Iconoclast? Iconoclast is Benevolentia. They changed all the names. So Dogmatic is Imperial and Iconoclast is Benevolentia. I don't know why they decided to change the names, but yeah. Oh, wait. Did we take out this guy? No, we didn't. So I should actually go ahead and deal with you, right? Why can't I reach you? What's the problem?
Descend upon the weak.
95%.
Ruin
There
them.
we go. Not quite, but that'll do for now. Fire starting closes. Does that. Can she reach you all? Hey, look at that. That's helpful. All right. We'll do this. Then she'll do this. And then
Anything
she'll do
else?
this. Really, it didn't kill any of them? Ugh. All right, here goes Abelard.
Follow my lead.
And he will...
I will go.
That's fine. 15, and then... Actually, this does more damage, so...
At your back and reduce to dust.
And there we go. All right. Ooh.
Pain and beauty go hand in hand.
Okay.
I have read tomes of military
She
tactics.
will give an extra turn to him. Is there anything she wants to... Oh, you know what?
If I may,
That.
I'll show
that.
you why navigators are feared.
Doing fantastic. Great to hear, Doom. You gotta roll with it. Probably fits more to the 40K terminology. Absolutely. Good Lord, 2 spawns. Yeah, this is kind of rough. Not a full heretic, leaning slightly more dogmatic. It's more of an opportunist jerk run. Nice. Okay, that should be interesting. Pretty cool if doing a heretic run empowers your psychers. It seems like some of the heretic stuff does trigger when you have when you pierce through the veil. So it kind of allows you to do that, but still, this does kind of suck having to deal with all this.
At your back
I
and
would definitely prefer
victory
that
is
Idira pierce the veil a little bit less, but it is what it is. We're gonna make it work. We are gonna work it out. All right, that's as
My
good as
place
it's
is on
gonna
the
get.
floor. I
So
will
he's
do
gonna
my
use
duty.
some Endure.
At
Then
your
he's
back
gonna
and
use some of this. And then that's it. All right, now she's got 3. There we go.
Isn't this a job for ourselves?
Very nice, very nice.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's hope he doesn't come upstairs. And nothing else we can do with the last action point, so we'll just let bygones be bygones. All right. He'll come down to help. You, no, you don't. So we'll do this. And we'll do this. And you still want to make sure that people can take advantage of his exploits. And then, hey, 75%, still miss. Whatever. Okay, cool. You're going to stick with Abelard. That works for me. You're going to miss because you're way too far away.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
Increase
For the throne's
by
glory.
2. And then, is he able to...
No.
Excellent. All right, now she will go ahead and deal with this guy.
Purpose.
There we go. He's done for. And then
I
we'll
need
do
no
this.
guidance.
And we'll... Yep, okay, that gives me more of that. And then we'll do this
Purpose
as well.
guides me.
Is Argenta already left, or is she just on the bench? She's on the bench. I don't know if the Heretic run gives me a way to kill her. If it does, I'm going to take advantage of it. I don't plan to use her in any way, shape, form, or fashion. He's survived? God dog it. Cole, thank you so much for the $10 donation, man. Really appreciate you. Thanks for all of your help in Pathfinder. Do you think this 40K is as good or better? I think this game is better than Kingmaker, but I don't think it's quite as good as Wrath of the Righteous. But I would still say it's definitely worth playing. Definitely worth playing. Can she? Yes, she can. And yep, that works. Feeling of terror grips your heart. He already know why. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so actually she can put exploits on it, and they should be able to take advantage of that. And then she'll give Cassia even more willpower. Gifo, what's going on? Glad you're able to make the stream. Ooh, and is that done? That's done. Oh wait, there's one more. Who's that guy? Oh wow, you're way all the way over here. I didn't even
It will be done.
barely even noticed you over there, bro. We'll deal with you in just a moment. Okay, excellent. You know what? We want you to come to a place that helps us a little bit more. No? You resisted. Oh, snap. I didn't like that at all. I was not a fan of that. How about this? You're not going to resist twice in a row. There we go. Fortunately, yeah, I guess I'll give you an extra turn because I don't have a good option. Oh, he can't even reach you? Good lord. All right, fine. Always the case with Chaos Spawn. They never die when they're meant to. Agree. What's going on, Sathario? It runs better than every Outcat game, but the writing is a little inferior to Wrath of the Righteous. That is true. I feel like the launch is more stable than the other Outcat games than the other Pathfinder games that Outcat has done. But unfortunately, some of the other aspects are not as good. I don't know if I consider the writing to be one of the things that's worse, though. I felt like the writing was really strong in this game. I enjoyed it. But when it comes to the writing of the party members, though, I do feel like there's room for improvement. I definitely prefer the party members in Wrath of the Righteous. There we go. All right. A little bit rougher than we wanted it, but got it done. Being a Chaos faction-based character should allow you to temporarily control a Chaos beast to fight the others so to reduce enemies. That'd be nice. I don't know if it actually works that way, though. All right. Did that.
Embrace true power.
Embrace true power. Good? No, we're not good. What are all these things? All right, try my decided to take a shot. See you guys while I get to work. Yep, take care, Hensler.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Right, apparently I missed some stuff last time I came through here.
No! These ruby flashes are choking me!
Good lord, calm down. That's what I meant. The characters are one of the strongest points of the Pathfinder games. Got you. Yeah. That part I do agree with. Not sure the truth of Chaos is that sometimes even beasts can be opportune jerks to screw any wannabe Abaddon copycats over. What's going on, Kaibe? One of the things I don't like about the Chaos Beast is that they always attack your party. Like, you're not always fighting heretics or people that are aligned with Chaos, but the beasts never just say, hey, I'm going to attack whoever's around me, and it seems to me like they should. If you watch it, shows of love and like this. Yep, appreciate it, thanks. I do a terrible job reminding people to do that, but yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button. Really helps out the channel and helps the stream spread to more people. I'm excellent. Currently working on a little Warhammer piece since I started playing Rogue Trader. I have to say, I feel like Rogue Trader is the first Outcat game where I feel no archetype is truly useless. I mentioned it in my review. I think the archetypes are absolutely a strong point of the overall game, and I think Owlcat did an absolutely fantastic job with them. I feel like no matter what you pick, you get something strong. The only exception to that is, and it's not an archetype, but, and I might feel differently once I've went through a whole playthrough actually as a Psyker, but as it stands right now, I think Psyker could be implemented a little bit better. Not thematically. I think thematically, Psykers are fantastic, and I like the fact that it, you know, it's dangerous to use them. It builds up the veil degradation, and you can end up summoning chaos monsters. I love all of that, but I don't think they get nearly enough powers. I find I'm going to stick with pyromancy because that's what I originally said when I started. But now that I've seen everything that pyromancy is offered in the full game, I don't think it's all that impressive, to be honest with you. And I think there really should be more Psyker powers that you're able to use. And
The world will
it also
bow.
doesn't make sense to me how dependent you are on staffs. It seems to me that staff should be more supplementary and not something where, you know, like I think you can make the case for pyromancy. The best pyro-related power you can get comes from a staff. You can't get it from actually leveling up. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that at all. But again, I haven't done a full playthrough as a pyromancer,
Your
so I didn't want to
existence is
include
naught but ashes.
that in my review
Turn you into
because I don't feel like I have enough information to know for sure that this is the case.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Yo, Megami, what's going on? How are you? I didn't get the notice for the stream. Oh, that's odd. Yeah, I usually put it out. You should get the YouTube notice, and then I also usually put a message in the Discord to try to make sure anybody who wants to join the stream that they'll be aware. Oh man, you only got 57%. I don't like that. But oh wait. What happens if we do this? 95%. That's better. Oh, but that means you can only attack once. You know what? I'll take it. Whatever.
Outrage.
All right. You know what? Somebody mentioned to me. They said game bloodstains, show basic control, tutorial, auto pause, turn-based mode, lock camera to moving character, move camera to currently acting. They were saying something about there's an option that you can change so that the game doesn't automatically snap to the character you're shooting. So it doesn't have that back and forth that I know some people absolutely cannot stand. But I don't know which option that is. I don't know, lock camera to moving character, move camera to currently acting character. I don't know which one of these options this is. I'm gonna have to see if I can find that comment again. I think the companions are quite weak, to be honest. Argenta is fun, but the rest are kind of mid. Nah, that's not true. Argenta is fantastic. Cassia is an absolute monster. Pasqal can debuff the crap out of anybody that you're going up against. Abelard is a tank. Tanks are not really necessary in the game, so you can kind of make the case that maybe he's a little weak, but his personality is awesome to me, so I still like it. Idira is a Psyker. Her chain lightning can easily take out 3 or 4 enemies at one time. All the party members have something going on, so no, I wouldn't call them weak in that sense.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
There we go. Here he goes with the nonsense. Yes, but then again, one peril so specifically notes that Damon will zero on the Psyker that triggered that one. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's a good call out. I love the ultra modded BG3 run. Playing a witch in BG3 is fun. Being able to fly at the start is useful. Ooh, nice. Maybe if they started Psykers rating 1 like Idira. Yeah, I think that's definitely a big part of it. The fact that you're so weak at the beginning.
Emperor, give me strength.
What do you think of both Idira and Cassia are better Psykers than the MC Psyker? Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest with you, and it's kind of weird.
Isn't this
It's
a
kind of
job
weird.
for
I didn't know
everyone?
it was going to be like that when I started
Me.
this live stream,
If you
and
insist,
so
Lord Captain.
it's honestly caught me off guard
If I may,
how
try
weak
to
not only
find
my character but really my overall team feels in comparison to my dogmatic run. I definitely feel like this team doesn't mesh as well, but you know, might feel better about it once I get deeper into things. But right now, nah, I'm not all that happy with it. But we'll see, we'll see. And just to reiterate again, I really feel like things will be improved if you just started at one
I will try
psi rating 1 right off the bat.
satisfying demise.
Starting at psi rating 0 just does so much to hamper your damage output that it's hard to overcome it.
Ruin
Some, and then there's one more, and he's just a regular rebel. Okay,
purpose
cool.
guides me.
My current playthrough is a psyker, and I feel it is a little limited for the risk it brings, and it sort of requires you to use a staff if you want to get the full benefit, which is a bit of a shame. Yep, I agree. Yeah, some maps you have to accept, and I want to be ready to accept some hurting. Camera move, lock camera to character. Is that it? Oh, interesting. I finished my first playthrough of Road Train. I did enjoy it even with the few bugs I encountered. Yep, same here. I encountered bugs, but overall I still really enjoyed it. So lock camera to moving character, and then move camera to currently acting character. Is these the two? But then I wonder, how is that going to change things when I feel like it's going to have a very negative impact when we're just running around in the general area. He's not going to be the one to make it out there, so I might as well relax. Enfeeble, it's not going to, yeah, it's not gonna reach all the way out there. All right, now you.
What is this?
You make it out there, probably not as well, right? Yeah, that's not gonna work. And if that's not gonna work, then that's not gonna work, so let that go. He's not gonna be the one either. Doubtful that you're gonna be the one to deal with this. Oh wait, actually this plane is probably blocking off their whole line of sight, right? Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Me? Another flash painted black.
Excellent. All right. Yeah, Cassia is the truth. Absolutely. It's not just Argento who's great. Okay, so let's see.
Bitter taste of defeat.
If you manage to beat a certain
Perfection.
D3 soldier at the end of this act within 3 tries, I will be impressed with you.
Not be deterred.
We'll see what happens.
A
We'll see what happens. I'm
revelation
not
was
looking
sent
forward
to
to the
me.
fight. I'll be honest with you. I'm not looking forward to it. But
Ruinous
hopefully it
favor
won't be
prevails.
too bad.
Predictable.
Is the Emperor's protection shining upon you, or have you embraced the gifts of chaos? What's going on, Smokey? In this playthrough, we have absolutely embraced the gifts of chaos.
Powers
And we are all
unseen
better for
cover
it.
my path. Empyrean guides my gaze. Triumphant as
Stefan,
always.
what's going on? How are you? I don't see any lobster claw hands. Sometimes Outcat doesn't allow much of a Black Crusade business book-wise. Even the folks at Heretics. What's going on, Saber? How are you? Cassia is probably the strongest character. Her spells are insane. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. I think she's the strongest party member that you get.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Argenta is definitely my
How
favorite damage dealer
fascinating.
character, though. I like her more than both
Ruinous
Olfar
favor
and
prevails.
Yrilet.
Predictable.
The war hymn she gets for being a priest makes it very easy to
Embrace
increase
true
her momentum
power.
and get her to the point where she'll complete a heroic act, and it's just invaluable literally the entire game. All right. And also fixes messes out of the veil. Yep, I will say Elfor and his brothers Might have made me a fan of the Space
I
Wolves.
tread a path
Yeah,
unexplored.
the banter between the different Space Wolves was definitely entertaining to watch. Here we go. When still your content, time for sleep. No problem, Cole. Take care, man. Glad you're able to join the stream. But my MC as Argenta, having two characters like that is insane. I was wondering what it's like when you double up. The stench of Fissaline and blood blankets the starport. Echoes of shouts and gunfire drift over the landing pads. The shards of plexiglass crunch underfoot. You recognize Sergeant Malgar amid the crowd huddled next to the shuttles. He was a soldier who greeted you upon your arrival on Rycat Minoris. The sergeant's chest is fitted with a sturdy-looking flak vest, bearing insignia customary among your troops. One of the enforcers you sent must have given it to Malgar as a gift. A group of bloodied and frightened people is wedged between Malgar's wardens and the shuttles. You recognize them as the governor of the planet and the members of his high-ranking entourage. Their expensive attire has been torn in the fight, and many bear wounds left by bayonets. Examine the people in front of the shuttle. Some of the nobles are paralyzed with fear. Others have succumbed to despair. Two corpses are lying on the ground with their arms outstretched. Black blood has pooled under one of them. The other skull has been split open like a nut, encircled by a pinkish crimson halo of blood splinters and bits of brain matter. Woo hoo hoo hoo. Governor, would you care to explain to me what is going on here? The governor turns to you, but does not get a chance to say anything as Malgar strikes him with a stun baton. Don't trouble yourself, Lord Governor. I'll explain myself. Our esteemed governor and his gang of cronies have been cowering behind us, and now, when things get rough, they thought they could scamper and leave us here to die. We shed our blood for him and broken our backs to provide for him. And after all this, you think that's fair, you piece of grok shit? Malgar's stun baton hits the governor in the chest, causing the adornments on the governor's uniform to jingle in unison. Idira flinches and starts babbling desperately. No, 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 don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything. The governor spits out blood and opens his mouth to respond when his head explodes. His body falls limp to the side, his remaining eye staring upward. The chorus of the noble screams cannot drown out the sergeant's spiteful whisper. Enough! You've said your piece. For generations upon generations, the nobles of this world cared for Rycat Minoris and ensured the prosperity of its inhabitants. And this is your gratitude, peasant? For killing a nobleman, you deserve to be executed where you stand. Cassia throws out her hand, and Malgar's knees buckle. My mentor was right. The rabble truly have no honor. Abelard looks at the governor's body, his brow furrowed. Madness. Punishable by death. We don't have time for this. We need to get to the shuttle. Now. I cared nothing for these people. Just get me and my retinue off this planet. Malgar bares his teeth like a madman. Oh, now you feel like barking orders too, do you, your ladyship? Figured you could get your privileged arse off this planet before our families? Go ahead and try. A dull thud comes from deep within the starport. Heavy footsteps shake like rockcrete, raising an unpleasant tremor in your bones.
You thought you had killed all false believers. Tremble, for I am Aurora. I am the herald of change. Behold the final dawn, and die!
He's real passionate about that
Your
last die.
struggles are in vain.
Death to the false emperor.
Oh, good lord. Good lord, good lord. All right. White. Found out escape. Only difference is I use laser shield bolter. Nice. Doesn't the fire psyker get a spell called the Chaos Beam? I don't know. I've never done a heretical run before. You're talking about if he's a heretic, right? Not sure. Magic carry from the book and movie. You get the idea by Pyromancer, basically. When I was talking about the party, I meant their personalities, mechanics. Wise, most of Silly OP is built right, especially personalities. Got you. Yeah, Snorson, this is definitely the fight I was not looking forward to the most. Do him off and off a road trader like that. He's in the raid with desperate. Poor Bears. Yep, Chaos Space Marine. All right, now, Abelard, I want you to engage. Heinrix. You can engage as well, sure. You just be here. We'll have you up here, you up here. Idira can chill here. Pasqal. I guess, yeah. It's just bad. It's just bad no matter what. It's bad no matter what. This is about as good as it's gonna get. Let's see what happens. If at first you don't succeed, you know what? I already screwed this up. I should have had her closer.
Step aside. The
Probably
navigator
terrible.
is coming.
Tag it. I should have let Idira go first so she could take out all of them. See, the guy I'm really worried about is you. 47%, 79%. Oh my God, are you serious? All right, fine. Let's see what the Chaos Space Marine does. Oh, I see. Yeah, that does work. Oh, man. Not good. Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's not good either.
Can I fall back now?
I thought she would get a chance to act before them, but it definitely did not work out that way. Not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. All right, here.
Thank you.
First, you'll do this. And then, is that gonna hit? That's gonna hit her. Already screwed this up. You know what? Nah, because
But of course. Stop mocking me.
there we go. And she'll give herself some more dodge. All right. If she moved up, yeah, she moved up technically. This is all wrong. All wrong. Oh, and it still didn't let her do it. All right, fine.
Silent grace.
There we go. I believe this works even when they're on the ground, right? Oh, wow, but didn't matter. Okay. And this isn't going to help. Damn. She can do this though. Ooh, she can reach that.
Anything
Excellent.
is.
There we go. There's some progress. All right. Now this is going to be the real test. How bad is he going to make this? Great. Great. Yeah, I always thought Black Legion are the Ultramarines. Gotta run. We'll watch the replay tomorrow. Take care, Yomagami. Yeah, I agree, Snorenson. Badass music. I really like the music. Apparently, some people think War Bearers aren't Ultramarines instead. Well, this remind me of the boss from Final Fantasy IV. Slam, my brother, how are you today? I got no complaints whatsoever. Cap Light, what's going on? How are you? I've got COVID, sadly, so I'm not doing amazing, but I'm keeping a smile on my face. Sorry to hear it, but I hope you feel better soon, man. Good food. Thank you for the $10 donation. Appreciate you, man. Been a blast to see your path from a couple hundred subs to now. Thank you. It's curious to see a black man talking about stuff other than us killing each other. I appreciate it, man. I try to maintain positivity at all times. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate all the long-time support. As exciting as this, see Warbears getting love in a 40K game. Aurora did not execute his entrance line. 100% good. Hey, he murked like 7 or 8 people coming in. What more can you ask for? All right, let's give us all some more resolve. And, oh, yeah. Let's weaken you. And then, yeah, we'll leave it at that. And just go ahead and do some paltry damage. Paltry damage. Okay? All right. Insurmountable superiority. Survival prognosis is disheartening. Oh, thanks. Thanks so much. All right, let's do some of that. Let's do some of that. And you know, we really should do some of this too, but I don't have any more. Yeah, we only got 2 more, so let that go. But this is only 1 times number. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Unless, does it reach? No, it doesn't reach those guys, right? Do they even have? He's got 1 exploit. You got 1 exploit. So that'd be 2 exploits. Each enemy, 2 exploits. That's 4% armor. Yeah, that's not worth it. All right. Does he? Oh, does he already have Grenadier? Does he? I think he does. So if he already has Grenadier, might as well go ahead. Oh no! That was a mistake because now I can't move forward. But you know what? Fine, whatever. Oh my God. Okay, now. Just throw guardsmen at Aurora. They won't kill him, but you'll get away. Thanks. I'll keep it in mind. Ace, I just changed my name. I thought it was the same photo. I was like, that looks familiar, but I decided to let it go. Always good to see you, Ace. All right. Whoa, I did. Oh no, you dodged last time. You dodged last time. 52%. It's not gonna do much damage. That's gonna do a little bit more. Or you know what? I could just go ahead and take out these 2 people to make sure they don't cause a problem for her. So you know what? Let's start with that.
Tribute.
Yep. Get some of my momentum back as well. 62% it is. All right. There we go. And nothing I can do with the last 2 action points. Now he's gonna go again. All right. So now he's moving up. Fine. Kill the CSM, you'll probably get tons of VXP. That's true, but you know, you have to actually kill it, which presents its own problems. All right, yeah, he'll do his thing. That's fine. Oh, there's 1 more who gets to go as well. Gonna mess up Cassia some. All right, she is going to use another med kit. Excellent. And then she's going to obliterate a ton of you.
Was that you?
Excellent. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. And then she's going to add more of this on you. And this is going to chill out. And then Cassia is going to come all the way up. Cassia is going to wreak havoc, hopefully, possibly. Neither one of you were impacted, huh? That's interesting. Wow, he's still got 239 health. That's deeply problematic. Deeply problematic. All right. Let's see how I can freeze any of these people. That all works. And then she'll... Yeah, because there's no way to pull the sniper out. So, yep, she'll do that. And productive turn. Productive turn. Now that sniper's going to come out. Do something terrible. There we go.
Everyone, step aside.
Heinrix.
For the throne's glory.
Some more momentum. And yep, you're still enfeebled, so I'll just run up. There we go, 17. You did what you could. He is still not. Oh, there's another guy over there. I completely forgot about you, bro. He's got 6 exploits on. Let's put some more on. And do some of this. And actually, no, it's still not. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And then 95. Oh, that's only going to do 6 through 12. So I might as well just, yeah, the grenade is going to. You got at least a chance to do more damage. So let's do that. 20 damage. That's a little bit more impressive. Aurora is so badass. I absolutely agree. Unless they give you a Space Marine companion, right? Yep, takes a while to get them, but thankful for it. 92%. Still not going to quite kill him. So I'm going to let Aurora take care of him, or maybe not. We only got a 48% chance to get the gunner. All right, fine.
I need no guidance.
All right. That's about as good as it's going to get. Oh. Oh. Not cool. Well.
Another loss.
Took care of
Inconsequential.
At least took care of one of the guys again. Let's see. You're all the way over there. You know what? You. Come closer. That worked. The dominate actually. It doesn't do a game doesn't do a good job of actually letting you know whether or not it so did the right, so he failed. So I tried to put dominate on him. It says that his willpower resistance test failed. So he should now have dominate placed on his character, but I don't see it on him. And I felt like the last time it didn't work the way it should, but you know what? Maybe I was just tripping. All right, he still has exposed wounds on him. Okay, and this does reach, so we'll put this on you.
But of course.
And then
Will do
that. Ooh, 40. I'm a fan of that. And then we got Cassia. Ooh, okay.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Hopefully that draws out the sniper. That's what I'm trying. Tag it. I was trying to hit the sniper.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Are you serious? It looked, yeah, that didn't even try to hit him, but it had a little marker over him at the start. Fine, whatever. And now she's so far up, yeah, she can't give either one of them extra turn. He's stunned. Nothing I can do about that, so yeah, this is the only option I have. And now he's gonna do what he does. Now he's gonna run down. Oh, he's gonna finish her off? Sure is.
So that's
Heinrix was stunned. Oh, he's gonna do try. Very rough, very rough. All right, you. We'll give you some more of these exploits. And then some more of this. Oh, that's right. He ran down because she put dominate on him. That's why. That's why he ran down. Okay. That should do that. 17 to 27.
Was that you?
24. All right, 108. She's gonna come
Be
up
careful
here
not to cross my gaze.
and see if she can get him.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
There we go. Oh no, he's outside her field of view now? Damn. And okay, so Heinrix is no longer stunned, but let's see.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
I guess we could. Right, that's not doing anything. That's only doing 14 damage to him. Could go ahead and just move him closer. Who's gonna? Let's see. You know what? Fine. Just move him closer. I don't see a much better option than that. And consider the possibility that it's not going to work. And then what are you going to do? But it's fine. Even if I had done Heinrich, he wouldn't have been able to do all that much. What is he going to do now? Dodge. Excellent. 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 Excellent job, Heinrich. Excellent. All right. This guy's still enfeebled. Do you have strong arm? You don't have strong arm yet. Why are you only getting 3? Oh, did this? This is reducing your action points by 1. That's why you keep only getting 3 action points. I want the 14 strength, so let's just go ahead and roll with it.
Let's see to it.
All right, and here we go again. No attack of opportunity. Oh, it's doing the cutscene. He's destroying the ship. Oh, and more of them come out? I don't remember a 3rd round of them coming out. That's unfortunate. Damn, I do not remember a 3rd round of these guys coming out. Well, and a couple of them are commanders. All right.
But of course.
There you go.
On it.
There you go. Go. They are going to chop Idira up. Rebel agitator. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. All right.
I am a navigator.
Well, that's helpful. I don't know how to. Here. The sniper should be the closest one to this, right? And he resisted. Good Lord. She can't give an extra turn to anybody of relevance. Can't reach down there. Yeah, that's not gonna work. She can't even do it for Heinrich, so yeah, there's no option here. Wait, will it let her throw a grenade? Huh.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Looks like it will. Oh my, and of course he still doesn't go down. Of course he still doesn't go down. This means militant like silly OP. All the archetypes are overpowered when you use them properly. Heinrix, you are really coming through right now, bro. You are really doing good work. Idira is not going to be able to handle this on her own. So let's go ahead and charge into this guy and deal with him.
I'm done with Pyromancer.
Whoa! Does that make sense? You know what? It kind of doesn't, but you know what? I'm doing it anyway. All right. There you go, Idira. Helping you out some. Yep. It doesn't,
I'll put my
cause
psychic abilities to use.
that's the most he was going to be able to do, but yeah, 26%. That's not getting it done. Why can't he shoot again?
I won't do that.
You can't use that ability again this turn. Why not? All right. Oh, you know what? He can go ahead and give himself strong arm, I guess. And now the Chaos Space Marine is going to be able to just go crazy.
My heart still beats.
All right. Oh my God! Right when she said her heart still beats,
All right.
he was like, "Let me go ahead and change that for you." Wild. All right.
They who discern the future own the battle.
Wild. It's getting intense. Yeah, it's been. Obviously the most OP of all the archetypes. I would agree with that. Oh, look at that. She has a dismantling attack. Oh, and a lightning. Change up to 6 targets. Whoa. I'll take that. You know what? Hold on. Why does this use action points? It's a... Oh. Maybe desperate measures use action points now. That's interesting. But here, let's salten you up for this blow.
Anything else?
And then absolutely light you the hell up. There we go. Whoa, what you moving for? Why are you moving? Did not like that at all. He's still enfeebled, right? He is. Does this allow him? This character can no longer use heroic acts, right? Overexert it. Hold on, I don't remember. Does... No, it's the other one, right? The war immediately restores. The war has no limit, right, but only for that turn, right? Yep. For each kill, he gets more movement and starts 10 moves. Okay, so it's the other one, the one you get from Officer, that allows you to attack repeatedly over and over. So, he'll move back, and then move forward, and then attack again. Or... How many points does 6 wounds? 6 wounds is not doing anything.
Let's see to it.
30. Oh my God. Come on, man. Come on. Damn. Almost. All right. Definitely not even close. This game's meta is defined by Officer. I agree. Outcat has said that they're going to rebalance the game in a different way to make it more difficult, and I wonder if part of that will be figuring out how to make Officer less powerful. But I don't know. To be honest with you, I like the game the way it is. Heretic. Yes. Boss. All right. Let's see if we can do this a little bit better this time. Is it front? Yeah, it was close. Crusader, I'm on Daring, which is basically Rogue Trader's version of Core. All right. Governor, what's going on? I didn't like his response last time. But, you know what? Emperor protects all his subjects. I agree. Here, let's save your people and escape this place. Well, what are your response to that? Knew you would understand. Signals troops to turn the shuttle. Dull thud. So it doesn't really make a difference. And they don't let you skip this scene. Oh, that's going to make it annoying.
Thought you had
Interesting.
killed Aurora. False believers.
Showing the folly of his ways, embracing the Lord of change. Are we aware of a potential secret ending as complicated as Wrath of the Righteous? There is none, Godzilla. There is technically like a secret ending, but really as long as you do the quests that are put right in front of you, you'll easily get access to it. So there's nothing even close to what Kingmaker or Wrath of the Righteous had as far as secret endings. All right, Idira. Let's see, what is, so Aurora's gonna go first, then Cassia. So wait, I want Abelard close to this guy, and Heinrix close to him as well. Pasqal be on the other side. And you actually didn't seem too bad, you camping out over here. And then Idira camp over here, that's fine. And then Cassia, you know what, maybe have Cassia, maybe have these two right next to each other. This should be close enough to give Idira extra turn. Let's see what happens. Start with you. Yep, that's what I want. Who's the next person? Yeah, so you're gonna go, then who's next? Then one of you. Okay, fine. So we're gonna deal with you. For some reason it's not telling me how much damage it'll do, but you know, we'll just let it go. Alright, they're all up out of here. Now let's see how bad this is gonna be. Ooh, he just turned towards them. Single shot, not bad. All right, now she's gonna go up here. There we go. Yeah, for some reason it's not giving me the bars that I'm supposed to get for these people, but it's fine. Excellent, excellent. Took all of you out. Now she'll go ahead and bring the sniper closer. Oh no, is that not what happened? Oh, he moved around instead. Interesting. Okay, fine. And then she's able to give an extra turn.
I am a navigator,
she
not
can
a
do it
servitor.
to you, I guess. She probably can't. Ooh, but she could put dominate on him. But no, we're not gonna worry about that right now. 15 through 25. Let's do a little more damage to you. Okay, excellent. That's all she could do. Good turn overall. Now, Commander Highlander. You can do, yeah, you're doing virtually nothing to this guy. So we'll instead focus on someone who we should be able to do at least some damage to. Is this saying that I can only do, can I get closer to you? A little bit, I guess, but then it puts me on the line of fire. Well, actually, if he starts shooting at Abelard from this angle, he's gonna put me in the line of fire anyway, so let's move up. Oh yeah, just did a Raw Part 2 today. She was hard. Yeah, it's no joke. It's no joke. All right, let's see what happens.
Closer.
All right, that hit. Excellent. Let's give it another whirl. Oh, and it even lets me use this version of it. So let's see what happens here. Excellent. You're out of here. Now it's time for Heinrix. All right, now. Resolve for all my peeps. And then, oh, yep, definitely want Enfeeble on him.
For the throne's glory.
And then we'll walk over.
The Emperor is on our side.
And do a little damage. And that's it for that. Okay, now. Put some more exploits on you. And we're going to expose your weakness. And might as well go ahead and, ooh, you're only doing, that'll do more damage later on, so let's hold off on that for a while. Oh, that's right. We can reduce your damage by 30%, right? We should go ahead and do that. And then do a little bit of this. 14. Every little bit helps. Okay. Now you still have exposed weakness on you, so we can put some more exploits on you.
Was that you?
And then we'll also increase the dodge of, actually no, we'll increase the willpower, where is this girl?
Anything
Yeah,
else?
Cassia. To make sure she can get through your defenses. And then we'll go ahead and light you up. There we go. Now we've got Abelard. Abelard can do a regular attack. It's not going to do much. Actually, this one does a little more damage, right? Nope, they're both doing 69. All right, did 14. I'll take it. Now the question is, can he break through? Will it allow him to do that with you? Yes, it will. So let's do a little bit more. Ooh, but it did no damage. Okay. So we're going to do this, and then we'll go ahead and brace for impact, and that's all we can do. Back just time for a roar. It's my favorite song. Perfect warfare abuse. Yep. I agree. I agree. All right. That's destroyed. These guys come out. And Rebel Agitator goes first. That's fine. He's going to run around. He's going to voice command. All right. And then, all right. Now Cassia. Ooh, Cassia. So here's the question. There's no attack limit this turn, right? So how does this work for a Psyker? I don't think I've ever used this for a Psyker before. So if she does this, yep, she can do it again. That's actually kind of awesome. All right. This bruiser is the one going up next, but actually, I'm not worried about that. Instead, I'll just do this. Yep, that's excellent. And then she can do more, so sure. How's it work if I do this? Looks like she'll go ahead and take out a couple of these guys. One of them is still going to be standing. So for you, let's put some more exploits on you. And let's do some of that. There you go. Now it takes you out. There you go. You're out of here. And then, you know what? No, she's going to actually move back. She's going to stay as far away from him as possible. And then that's her turn. Now, we've only got him left. So here. We'll do this first.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Does a little bit of damage, but not that much. And actually, you know what? They're way back here, so pulling them closer doesn't really make much sense either. Anyway, they're not gonna get to him this turn as well. All right, and that does more damage as well. And now he's got to get closer if he wants to damage us. She will take another angle so that she has cover in between herself and him, and see if we can contribute to the damage. 8 damage, not the best, not the worst. Heinrix goes next. Heinrix will come all the way up here. Heinrix will improve everybody's resolve.
Naturally.
Heinrix will give himself Iron Arm, which he didn't have before.
Captain.
And this time,
I won't
nobody
object to it.
is healing, so yep, we'll leave it at that. All right, now it comes Pasqal. You're shedding through them much easier. Yeah, you know, I learned from my mistakes. All right. Analyze enemies. Expose weakness. Keep your damage down. Because it only lasts for 1 round, right? Yeah, 1 round. And all he can do now is we already. Oh no, we didn't do this. You know, it's still not really damage that I want, but we'll take it. Every little bit helps. 12 damage. I'll take it. All right, now. She can do this, so we'll go ahead and do some of that.
Was that you? Or
And then we'll go ahead and Psychic Shriek you. 35. And now he's going to destroy another ship. I guess. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to attack her. That's not cool. That's actually not cool at all. Chill out, bro. Whoa. That was deeply unfortunate. All right. Did we already give you... No, we didn't. Let's make sure you stay up on your feet. I did not like the way that went at all. All right, now comes Abelard, and he'll charge up, try to help make sure he's one of those people
At your back and
that
forth.
gets targeted first, and then
Victory
see
is
if
in
he can contribute a little bit, and he does. And now Aurora has a regular turn. What's he gonna do? Single shot, because he just did a burst shot. That's going to miss. Excellent. Ooh, you know what? She's gonna go ahead and
Emperor, give me strength.
she's gonna go ahead and give Idira an extra turn. Because Idira absolutely shreds through this guy's defenses. And there we go.
Will not falter.
There we go. All right. Somebody said less than 3 tries. It took 2. Woo. Not an easy fight. Not an easy fight at all.
intriguing.
Sergeant Mauger, you served me well, sir. A little bit of cannon fodder before we had to get into the full battle.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Aurora. And from Aurora, you get, oh, this is where the gem of dark vitality comes from. So it adds 4 to your maximum wounds if you have conviction heretical. And when veil degradation is above 15, you gain plus 10 toughness. And each round, you're going to regenerate wounds equal to your heretical rank. Very, very good stuff. Very good stuff. Thank you, Saber. Appreciate you, Stick Yak. Absolutely, Edgler. What's going on, Leo? Yep, appreciate it. All right. Oh, a life-draining sword. Also have to be heretical. Interesting. And, of course, our first heavy bolter. We'll take all of that. And we'll take your stuff. Sorry for down you. It's all good. Rebel sniper rifle and a mesh vest. Nice, same for me. First time I got slaughtered, but round 2 was all me. Nice, nice. Don Heresy sounds beneficial, it seems. All right. And yeah, this is definitely better than the sniper rifle I've been using, so we'll go ahead towards that. And then, can you make use of this? Oh, it actually does more damage than the power maul. But let's see. Oh yeah, he can't even use it. It's you must be a follower of Heresy anyway to use it. So, all right. We'll give this to you, I think. Oh, you already have this gem. That's interesting. Okay. This targets are for slow. No, we'll go ahead and replace that. Okay. And let's go ahead and get out of here. I kind of want to redo my builds, but I'll do that while I won't force you all to sit and watch while I try to figure that stuff out. So I'll do that. I'll do that off stream. She's definitely going to be a bounty hunter. And okay, cool. That's you. Grand strategist, right? Yeah. You, definitely assassin. Did it work? Yeah, okay. You, Vanguard. You, bounty hunter. And you, I could go either way. And you know what? I'm going to go with grand strategist. I'm going to still stick with grand strategist. The more turns for Cassia, the better. So, It's a really good item considering you poke holes in the veil like it's a Capri Sun.
The world trembles
This is
beneath
true.
my feet.
This is true. Now you have two heretical weapons to choose from. Absolutely. Yeah, Idira and Commander Highlander are basically going to be my 1-2 punch the whole game. I actually want to use Idira as my main damage dealer. Thanks be to the Emperor, you are alive, your ladyship. We are most gratified by your return, and the crew is full of zeal to carry out any orders you may have. Before anything else, I will hear an account of what happened to the system's sun. The Vox Master falters. Lord Captain, we saw a number of ships approach the sun. Black creations of inhuman make, amalgams of sharp angles and edges. They surrounded the star, and then... My apologies, but I struggle to find words that could describe the terrible sight. The Xenos made the sun vanish into the void. The interrogator closes his eyes and grimaces. Drukhari. You see Abelard's expression change, as if a shadow has suddenly fallen over him. He rubs his temple warily, as if we did not have enough trouble on our hands already. Lord Xenos. The Xenos? Enemies of humanity? Heinrix nods. A breed of the Aldari, the most cruel and devious of their kind. The design of their ships matches the description provided by the Vox Master. Like all Xenos, the Drukhari are a blight on the face of the galaxy, but their technological superiority is indisputable. They abhor and fear warp sorcery, which is why they rely on creations of their twisted intellect, and many of those creations are capable of things that may seem akin to sorcery to the unenlightened eye. The theft of a sun is one example of what they are capable of. Are the Xenos in league with Aurora's cultists? We can rule out that possibility. The Drukhari would never ally themselves with the arch-enemy's worshippers. If I had to name one thing that humanity and these Xenos have in common, it would be a shared loathing for warp corruption. Heinrix glances around. The situation calls for immediate action, Commander Highlander. We could continue this conversation later if you so wish, but right now, he gestures at the deck, teeming with tumultuous activity. I believe you should assume command. What is the current situation on board? The navigator's sanctum is no longer empty, but the warp engine is still refusing to obey the engine seers. Without it, we cannot perform a warp jump. Pasqal's voice buzzes anxiously from his box. It may be angry, or perhaps it is lamenting the injuries it has suffered. I will immediately initiate preparations for a prayer service. If the Omnissiah grants me comprehension, I will appease the machine spirit of this vessel. Why did you not send a shuttle to the planet for me? I do apologize, your ladyship, but we were unable to receive your request for evacuation. The Vox link was overrun with vile interference, screams, blasphemous hymns, and other equally sinister noises. Any who listened to the interference for a protracted period lost their sanity. Several dozen operators went mad monitoring the Voxcaster in the hopes of hearing your voice. Each one of them waited in vain. What is happening on the planet now? Our Argo operators are reporting numerous uprisings and other manifestations of the arch-enemy's powers at various locations on the planet. Based on the fragments of communications picked up by our Vox operators, there is practically no resistance being offered by the governor's forces. Millions of people are converting to the Blasphemous Final Dawn cult en masse and assembling in prayer circles. Do you have any hope of retaking the planet? I fear that Rycab Benoris is lost. The situation is deteriorating by the minute. We must leave this system as soon as possible. However, there are still people on the planet who have not succumbed to heresy and who are worthy of rescue. Besides a small number of our own shuttles, we also have the shuttle salvaged from the starport. The dark eyes of the Sister of Battle flash. We must save as many as we can. This has all happened for a reason. Sister Argenta, whose name I carry with reverence and trepidation, is famed for saving the people of a dying world through the power of prayer. The God Emperor himself sent a star from the heavens that lifted the saint and her followers up to the sky, away from corruption and death. We must do as she did, direct all our efforts to saving those people who at this moment look to the heavens in hope of salvation. I do appreciate Argenta's passion throughout the game. I like that he talks like he actually has good Xenos lore skill. Sorry, loathe warp corruption. They do, though. They avoid using their innate Aldari psychic powers because it attracts the attention of Slanesh, who wants to eat them all. Yep, that's true. That's true. The lives of peasants are of little value. Our prime objective is to save the holy relic, the miraculous fusion reactor, and their electro priest who guard and tend to it. Abelard furrows his brows. Every moment we spend in proximity to a dying world, we are putting ourselves at risk. Your life, Lord Captain, is far more valuable than all of Rykab and Norris. The Von Valancia's dynasty cannot be allowed to perish, and so, lamentable though it is, we must rule out the idea of any evacuation. Heinrich's eyes, like two deep, dark pools, are resolutely fixed on you. The world is doomed, and its inhabitants along with it. The disappearance of the star was the final nudge towards death, the finale of the Cult of the Final Dawn's plans. I once witnessed a similar event, a world that had surrendered to the servants of the archenemy and permitted corruption to enter too deep. At this moment, millions of people are bowing down before those who promised them salvation, and they are willingly giving over their souls to chaos, a sacrifice great enough to bring forth a daemon world. Our only hope of stopping this process is to retreat to a safe distance from the planet and conduct targeted bombing of the Electro Priest Monastery. If we blow up the reactor, the thermonuclear reaction will follow. The world's oxygen will evaporate, killing off the entire biosphere. In doing this, we will save millions of souls from a fate far worse than death, and we will save Rykab and Norris from becoming an outpost of the arch-enemy. Whatever fate you choose for this world, I urge you to make haste, Lord Captain. The planet is burning in raging flashes of crimson and purple. I can see it even from orbit, as do I see that the storm is already upon us. With every moment that we waste, it grows ever more difficult and perilous to steer the ship through the warp's turbulent currents. I'm with the lady on this. Enough talking. We need to get out of here while we still can. Something lurking in the depths of your consciousness bristles at the passing thought of saving people. The spike of horror you feel takes your breath away. It is as if you are planning to steal the prey of a mighty predator. The planet is already wrapped in a thread stretching out from the warp. It deserves to have a new master. Why can't we not try to evacuate at least some of the people? For the simple reason that the transformation process will soon become irreversible and our sole weapon against it useless. The energy released by the bombardment could stoke the warp energies. I have never witnessed the aftermath of bombing a daemon world before, but there is enough evidence of such attempts for me to say with confidence that you do not want to see it. Which of the planet's inhabitants can we evacuate? Thanks to Sergeant Malger's troops, we can manage the crowds of frightened commoners and prevent them from overloading our shuttles. However, I doubt we will find even one highborn citizen among them. Thanks to you, we have salvaged many shuttles from the starport that we can now use. Oh, interesting. Usually, okay, so because I didn't persuade the sergeant to calm down when he was talking to the nobles, I think all of the nobles got slaughtered. Whereas if you're able to talk them down, some of the nobles escape, and then you have the option to be able to help them here. Interesting. Okay, I didn't realize that. We will not waste any time on this world. Pull back and begin preparations for translation to the warp. Heinrix's eyes grow wide in astonishment. The souls of millions of subjects of the Imperium are in your hands. Reconsider. Rykab Minoris must be obliterated before it is in the thrall of the arch enemy. Heretical. Do not forget yourself, Interrogator. One more objection from you, and I shall forget all about the need to deliver you to Footfall alive. You detect a flicker of something beneath Heinrix's sanguine mask. Anger? Bitterness? Whatever it may be, it does not seep into the interrogator's dispassionate voice. In that case, I consider it necessary to point out that the mark of the arch enemy could infiltrate the ship along with any rescued people. Keep that in mind for the future. As you will, your ladyship. Yeah, boy. I thought the Drukhari were all about gifts to Slaanesh. No, that's what got them into this mess, but it's not the same way now. The Drukhari do feed Slaanesh with the suffering they cause, right, and they do receive certain boons for doing so, but not willingly. If they ever stop for too long, Slaanesh starts going after their souls. Yep, gotta go to bed. See you soon. Take care, Gifu. Have a good one. Need a Death Star beam here. It would be useful. Oh, sorry, I thought a cutscene was about to start. The bridge is in an upheaval. The Technoman's prayers mix together in a senseless cacophony, while servitors work hastily to remove a hardened crust of sacred unguents from the warp engine's components. In the middle of all this tumult stands Pasqal with a data slate clutched in his hands, seemingly disconnected from the flurry of activity around him. What is going on here? The warp secton is not responding to our commands. The ship's spirit is rejecting our prayers in anger. I am currently calculating a plea that might appease the noble spirit. Magos, if you do not bring this situation under control, we will all perish. Act swiftly. Pasqal suits you a look of fierce pride and says with gravity, "You are right. This is my temple." His box booms with power. Tech comrades, heed my instruction. The mayhem immediately subsides, and the crew's actions fall into some indiscernible logic. The Omniscience servants start working in sync, and the Benhard clamor becomes a symphony of reports, which the Magos coordinates like a skillful conductor. Do not ever act like a spineless greenhorn in front of me ever again. It will not happen again. The prayers of the tech priests surrounding the cogitator almost drown out the sounds of the bustling bridge behind you. Pasqal, poring intently over the data slate in his hands, extends a mechadendrite toward you. Please take your place at the cogitator, Lord Captain. First, explain what we are doing. Just a little exterminate. Or a massive ion cannon that destroys the planet but absorbs all minerals and such for the planet. It would be useful. I studied the data and discovered a machine node that was damaged as a result of the Heretic sabotage. The functioning of the warp sector was tampered with, and the ship's spirit, aggrieved by this violation of the right of operation, is now rejecting its calculations. I sought a way to rectify this error and have concluded that your participation is necessary to do so. The cogitator systems of this Temple of the Omniscience are subordinate to the shell whose repository serves the machine we see before us, a machine created for your predecessor, and one that uses the biological signatures of dynastic blood in its computations. The spirit should recognize the ship's mistress and submit to her will. Should. But Pasqal speaks the final word with a slight tremor in his synthesized voice. That should sound less than reassuring. Lord Captain, comes the crackle from Pasqal's box, part beleaguered sigh, part interference. I am still poorly acquainted with this void ship. The acolytes here have adopted their own customs for conversing with the machine spirits. They do not know me, and they express themselves in a little-known dialect of technolingua. I will trust in the Omniscience that my analysis of the data was correct. It means we have a chance of appeasing the ship's spirit. Step up to the cogitator. The huge machine in front of you is lit with dozens of vid screens and hundreds of lumens. The blinking lights and endless rush of symbols and digits on the green background make your eyes water, and a vague sense of alarm simmers in the depths of your mind. The typical reaction of a layperson when confronted with the magnitude of the Omnissiah's creation. Among the numerous controls, you see the mouth of a cyber gargoyle, the same as at the gate to the warrant chamber. Pasqal's voice becomes imbued with imperious force. Servants of the machine god, heed my command. Acolytes, prepare the incense instrumentation for the liturgy of machine spirit propitiation. Senior technomatch, recite the prayer to generate a current data report. Operations will be marked with the campanological protocol Omnissiah Rejoice. I must inform you that for the purposes of safety, complete reassembly of the warp sector and updating of its datasmith blessings are required. If this is not done, then at launch the volume of aggregate calculation errors could result in the destruction of the data crypts. But as we do not have 100 hours at our disposal, we must omit this procedure. Pasqal looks down at the data slate in his hands. A minor deviation from the right of operation for the sake of appeasing the spirit. Listen, can't you do all of this without me? I am no servant of the Omnissiah after all. This statement is true. And another temple of the Omnissiah, only a servant would be allowed to propitiate the machine spirit. However, the architects of this vessel's infrastructure made unsanctioned changes to the standard structure of the Cogitator network. Displeasure creeps into Pasqal's voice. To equip the bridge with a machine that would permit its use by laypeople with a specific biological signature. Members of House Von Valancius. Deviating from the right of operation? That sounds dubious, especially coming from you. Dogma bids that the appropriate rituals of cleansing and reassembly be carried out on the warp sector. It is a long and labor-intensive process. Pasqal hesitates before continuing. Our best chance is to bypass the sacred prohibition on directly interfacing with the conduits of the motive force, a faster and less orthodox route. Logic. The lives of the entire crew now depend on my convincing the ship's spirit to start up a broken component. Is that right? Your interpretation is verging on tech heresy. However, given your rank, Lord Captain, I will nevertheless respond. For a layperson, you have described our position with relative accuracy. I place my hopes in his revelations and humbly ask for his guidance. What must I do? Place your hand inside the throat of the Cogitator Guardian, the Cyber Gargoyle, which has been assigned to guard the forbidden data crypts. The dynastic blood extracted from your veins will serve as a key to the data core where the machine spirit dwells. To it, we will offer our prayers so that we may bypass the protective protocol for defective connections and launch the warp sector. Pasqal's voice grows quieter. The laws of the Omnissiah know no exceptions, and so in this ritual, I will remain at your side to placate the wrathful machine spirit in whose abode you will be intruding. Follow my liturgies, Lord Captain, and may we receive his blessing. Place your hand in the Cyber Gargoyle's mouth. The metal jaws clamp down on your hand, breaking your delicate corporeal sheath and releasing warm red liquid into its gullet. At the same moment, the image on the vid screen before you changes. Gesture at the vid screen. What does it all mean? At the sound of your voice, the Cogitator servant, whose bronze-bound skeleton is built into the Cogitator housing, shudders. With a screech, its skull rotates toward you and then stops in that position. Benevolent code, a voice receptor. Pasqal emits a sequence of Ben-Hard signals and then is silent for several seconds. I hypothesize that the defect is located in the analyzer block. I register a reaction to the signal, but no process response. A temporary override is permissible. The Magos intently studies the vid screen. The shell was created on a forge world unknown to me, initiating standard invocation of the machine spirit. Pasqal leans over the adjacent instrument panel and sets his hands on the controls. At the same time, a quiet stream of machine code begins pouring forth from his box. Coming from the perspective of someone who's worked in IT for the vast majority of my career, the way the phrases and whatnot for people who worship the Omnissiah and the way it's described how they work with machines calling up on spirits is absolutely hilarious to me. And I feel like all of it is so creative and really, really well done. All right. By my authority, I revoke the inviolability protocol of the warp machine. One of the cogitator's vid screens turns red. Pasqal sees this and raises his hand, signaling to the rest of the tech spirit priest, then withdraws a connector from his sleeve and connects it to the machine. Servants of the Omnissiah, make now the offering of cleansed data crypts to the machine spirit so that it may be filled with their true and calibrated data. May the Omnissiah have mercy on our souls. In meek solemnity, the acolytes offer up the cleansed data crypts to the warp engine, one after another, repeating prayers of exaltation. After anointing the contacts with sacred unguents, Pasqal inserts them in the cogitator's slots. Your head begins to spin from the holy censer's foul-smelling clouds of smoke and from the loss of the blood that the cyber gargoyle continues to drink from you, and the world swims before your eyes. Let the mechanism awaken in renewed purity. Pasqal enters a sequence of commands and raises his head, watching the vid screens. Suddenly, he stops dead. No. His fingers fly over the command rules, entering command after command. His mechadendrites, clicking their pincers, pull at one lever after another. The vid screens fill with strings of symbols, completely incomprehensible to you, but clearly conveying something to the Magos. Is everything all right, Magos? After a few seconds, one of the data crypts mounted on the cogitator begins to emit sparks. A moment later, another data crypt does the same. The next bursts into flame and gives off foul-smelling smoke. Around you, the Omnissiah's servants break off from their prayers, and someone bursts into frantic pleading. Pasqal mournfully grates out. The mass of errors in the warp section's calculations is destroying the data repositories. The offering did not appease the ship's spirit. The warp engine cannot be filled with the motive force. We are trapped. A moment later, the Magos continues uncertainly. Perhaps an alternative Ryzan protocol or an emergency launch of the auxiliary coils. The tech priest bends over the cogitator, but something in his pose and movements reveals his desperation. While the other vid screens are filled with more and more strings of symbols, the monitor in front of you blinks and its static image changes. Pasqal is too engrossed in his ritual to notice. The interactions with Pasqal have made me laugh more than just about any other character, except maybe Jay. I can't comment on Jay because I binged her for the most part during my dogmatic run, but Pasqal was always with me, and yeah, he was absolutely hilarious. Read the information on the vid screen. Machine spirit, can you hear me? The cogitator's servant creaks quietly in his joints, a sound that is drowned out by the Benharic hymns and the tapping of command rooms. Machine spirit, this is the Lord Captain of the vessel. Obey me and start the warp engine. Pasqal's voice shakes with tension. That was a non-executable request, Lord Captain, even if the voice receptor could interpret such a... Pasqal's next vocalization goes unsynthesized as he sees the vid screens begin to stabilize one after another. The strings frenetically galloping across the green background are replaced with stable images or regularly updating status reports. Only one monitor remains inexplicably red. The tech priest's box crackles in shock, but his report is as clipped and cynical as ever. Registering. Warp section activated. Registering. Data stream stabilizing. Registering. 0 data errors found. Reporting. The warp engine is ready for translation. After a pause, Pasqal adds, I am also reporting evidence indicating a Category 3 miracle fulfilling the criterion. Thou shalt witness the mechanism that toils in glorification of its function and in defiance of deactivation. Lord Captain, Revor here. The crew are almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier, and I've just received confirmation from the engineering halls. I don't know what you did, but the warp engine's up and raring to go. We're ready to begin the translation to the warp, your ladyship. Discord just sent me the notification for the stream. Really? That's super weird. Might start doing CBD, lavender, or more therapy. Is that right? What makes you want to do that? Also look forward to seeing the rest of the plot line and find out his connection to Armanon. I have my theories. Oh yeah, Pasqal definitely has one of the best party member quest lines in Rogue Trader. What just happened? I hypothesized that the ship spirit heard our prayers and intervened. It summoned the power of the Omnissiah to do something beyond my comprehension. I know little of the Omnissiah's sacred machines, but what I saw on the screen looked strange. A non-standard output of information lost in the data core. The servitors used as data conduits are not always fully lobotomized. Fragments of their thoughts can appear even in pure code. Pasqal falls silent, immersed in thought. Pasqal, I expected you to save my ship yourself, not pray for a miracle. Your performance is unsatisfactory. I accept this review and impose a repentance protocol upon myself. There is no true repentance in Pascal's voice, only awe and slight exultation. Hey, contact Revor. Lord Captain speaking. I give the order to commence translation to the warp. Waiting for you to ascend the captain's throne, Lord Captain. May the Emperor protect us. Awesome. Been a really hard time trying to figure out what weapons are better than others. Rate of fire versus damage versus all the other talents that kind of work. Got the stubber on Magenta now, but something I have is better, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing a video on that. If you're using Argenta, you want to use either, most likely you want to use either a bolter or fire. That's what works best for her. Personally, I prefer bolter, but fire is absolutely viable. I prefer bolter because it has much farther range. And there's a necklace you can get in the middle of Act 2 that'll cause all your single attacks with bolters to automatically hit the target. So it basically feels like she has a sniper rifle, even though she really doesn't. And so ends Act 1.
The Von Valancia's flagship made its way out of the doomed star system. As the void ships plunged deeper into the Coronis expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid a formal farewell to the late head of the dynasty, Idira von Valancius. Having paid their last respects, the crew gathered their strength and braced themselves for whatever was to come next.
Wait until you find out who killed Theodora. Man, oh man. Act 1 is incredibly short. Yeah, but Act 2 is so long that I feel like it kind of makes up for it. Even though overall this game is shorter than Wrath of the Righteous. But its length doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. Lord Captain, allow me to report. Our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator Orcelio informs me that we have reached the point where we can translate to real space in the Fur Abundance system. The Lady Navigator and our pilots are awaiting your permission to begin the process. The Fur Abundance system is home to Footfall, the only Imperium outpost with a functioning warp in the Coronis expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines worn down by the warp and to allow the servants of the Omnissiah to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dock. The prayers and rituals will take some time. which our astropathic choir will use to establish a connection with the prime worlds of your protectorate, Dargonis, Janus, and Kiavagama. Master Zachary Wise has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Immaterium. The Liege of Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. According to Master Zakari, the message was tinted with shades of pleading. I quote, "Apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible." Footfall, the place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso will most likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he will be interested in talking to you as well, Commander High Slanderer. I will be leaving your void ship when we arrive on Footfall, Commander High Slanderer. Once that is done, consider the Lord Inquisitor's task complete. Your Lordship, young Yvain Winterscale has asked me to convey his gratitude for your hospitality and for saving him from certain death. Not wishing I'll stay his welcome, he plans to disembark in Footfall. Lord Yvain swears he will not forget his debt to you. It's weird, in my Dogmatic run, I never saw Yvain again. Now, I don't know if it's because I was playing his Dogmatic. Maybe in my Iconoclast run, I'll see him, but I kept expecting that he would show back up, and he never did. I hereby inform the rogue trader that during a comprehensive system inspection right, this unit discovered data clusters within the captain's cogitator that are concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher and a sacrament of algorithmic authorization. Unit Commander High Slanderer Von Valancius has been added to the access list and assigned the identifier Keeper 2. The unit can access the data from the captain's cogitator provided that she possesses the decryption key. You detect a hint of something resembling curiosity in Pasqal's mechanical voice. I use both the bolter and flamer with her, so I have good long and short range options. She can deal a whole lot of pain. Absolutely. Ooh. But I also just got to that point recently. Mortizzle spoiled it? Oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry to hear it, dude. Oh, you probably looked at his 100% review, right? Because I think he puts a warning at the front that, hey, I'm going to talk about things that are in the game. I have a really good toxic flamer on her, but the bolters seem lower damage to stubber because it gets minimum damage every hit and has so many hits, but hard to do math for it. So the thing about bolters is they have less armor penetration. So enemies that you attack need to be properly debuffed in order for the bolters to do the amount of damage that you really want them to do. As opposed to sniper rifles, which have so much armor penetration that they're just going to cut through whatever an enemy has. Are you leaving us, Heinrix? The arrangement between the Lord Inquisitor and your predecessor was that I be transported to Footfall and no farther. I dare not take advantage of your generosity and patience any more than I already have, Commander High Slanderer. You are a skilled fighter. I could use people like you. What do you say we extend your stay in my retinue? Thank you for your offer, but I must decline. I am afraid my duty to the Golden Throne comes before everything else. Argenta, who is this Reverend Hieronymus who wants to talk to me? He is the head of the Drusian mission on Footfall, and one of the most prominent clergymen in the sector. Paying him a visit is a good thing for any loyal servant of the Emperor to do. I assisted his mission before I joined Lady Theodora on our voyage. I need his blessing to accompany the new rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. If you wish to have me aboard your void ship, I request that we meet with Reverend Hieronymus. Vigdis, tell me about the system we are arriving in. Furibundus is valuable due to its close proximity to the Maw, the gateway to the Imperium. The system is mostly known for Footfall, the main base for merchants, privateers, and rogue traders traversing the Coronis Expanse. Additionally, the star itself is orbited by an Adeptus Mechanicus station, which is off limits to outsiders. I was never able to get into that station. It made me feel like I must be missing something. There's got to be a quest or something that lets you get into it, but I was never allowed access the entire game. He classed it as a light spoiler. That doesn't seem like a light spoiler to me, but alrighty then. Interesting. Imagine an Inferno beam rifle. Altar Templin Calixtus XT-17. I had the honor of tending to this shrine for a few thousand cycles. I suggest you abstain from visiting it, as most comrades at the station are engaged in meditative calculations that should not be interrupted. What do I need to know about Footfall? It is the largest port and the trading capital of the Coronis Expanse. It has a dockyard that will allow us to inspect and repair the void ship, and it boasts its own astropathic choir, the Coronis Expanse Communications Nexus. Due to Footfall's remoteness, it has developed its own rules and customs. Many of the goods that can be procured there would be considered heresy in the heart of the Imperium, enough to warrant summary execution. Moreover, Footfall is the domain of the rogue traders, who transcend certain Imperial laws by virtue of the wars they bear. Footfall is just a brief stop. What next? As soon as we solve the issues plaguing the ship and establish contact with the key worlds of your protectorate, the time will come for your Magnae Accessio, the official ceremony of donning the mantle of the rogue trader. It is mostly a formality at this point. You already possess all the privileges granted by the warrant, and yet it is a major milestone in your personal history, the moment your name graces the list of heads of the Von Valencia's dynasty. We are all looking forward to that day, Lord Captain. I never figured out how to board that station. What's going on, Wanderlust? How are you? I never figured out how to board that station either. I suspect it might have to do with building Explorator's reputation. Interesting. Might be. Aaron, what's going on, man? How are you? Why does the Liege want to see me so badly? We have no information, Lord Captain. The broadcast from the Footfall Astropathic Choir was the only missive Master Zakari has received lately. Tell the Lady Navigator I give her leave to make the translation from the warp into real space. Vigdis begins issuing instructions. The massive ship appears to change with her every word. The bridge is set in motion as hundreds of people start to prepare for the ship to real space, and measured chanting fills the corridors to safeguard the vessel and its crew. Vigdis turns to you again. One more thing, Lord Captain. No one at the station knows about Lady Theodora's demise and you inheriting the title. Liege Takara will be informed. It is required so we can use the dock. And besides, he is expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. He will not meet with an unknown person of unclear standing. However, there is still the matter of announcing your arrival. You can either arrive on the station with the proper pomp and ceremony, or choose to visit it incognito. Tell me in detail how these choices will benefit me. According to Footfall's unwritten laws, rogue traders enjoy special privileges that extend even the powers of the League, that exceed even the powers of the Liege. However, they may choose not to exercise those privileges in certain situations. Arriving incognito will give you more room for maneuver, while an official visit will allow you to directly intervene in local affairs. If I may, I would recommend arriving incognito. You will have plenty of opportunities to savor the sweetness and the burden of power, but right now is the last time you can take refuge in obscurity. This way, your arrival will not draw much attention, and the people will treat you as a person, and not the almighty sovereign anointed by the emperor. It could turn some situations to your advantage. I've always arrived incognito, so this time I will arrive officially, because I'm curious what it changes. I have decided. Tell the Liege I will arrive officially as the rogue trader. It will be done, Lord Captain. Vigdis bows again. With your gracious permission, I will return to my duties. All right. Did we ever... Anything interesting for the Vox Spirits? You may be interested to know that a group of officers was discussing a grim rumor over lunch. Word has it that the apparition of Lord Captain Theodora has been sighted on board lately. Yes, you heard right. They say she is haunting the decks, dragging wayward crew members off into oblivion. Disquiet has spread throughout the ship, as the anomaly has been reported in different sections, sometimes entire kilometers apart. I have decided info no beamment. Mechanicus or something like that. I forgot what they're called now. I decided to place a Dark Lord. You will set up a queen. Thou shalt not be dark, but beautiful and terrible as the morning and the night. Sounds like Lord of the Rings to me. Fair as the sea and the sun and the snow up on the mountain. Yep, there we go. You probably arrived at Footfall in a Heretic playthrough. That's awesome. What's going on, Brian? How are you, man? I can't complain at all, dude. I had a nice Christmas. Hope you enjoyed yours. The Vox Master leans closer to you. Master Heinrix Van Kalax expressed interest in our communication stations at Voxnet a short while ago. The interrogator appears to be very well versed in the matters of sacred technology, and it worries me. A man of his knowledge and in his line of work is capable of discreetly planting his own devices in our systems. We will be vigilant. We will be vigilant, Lord Captain, but you should try to be more careful as well. That will be all. All right. Let's go ahead and save. And you know what? I don't remember if I ever talked with Pasqal. Did I? Let me make sure we do that.
You have my complete attention.
He leans toward you, his gaze filling with warmth. With warmth? Really? After I just made those heretic choices? All right. Hey, as long as you flirt with him, he doesn't mind a little heresy. Okay, and I already talked with you. And now I can no longer get more plunder. Okay. Did I talk with Pasqal?
The Omnissiah knows
I did.
all, comprehends all.
Yo, what's going on, Naked Sake? I can't complain, man. How are you? I want to know the truth about you.
The request is approved. I did conceal certain information. I was a student of Archmagus Amanat, but I committed an act of betrayal after he deviated from sacred dogma.
What did Armanat do?
He fell into schism and challenged the sacred boundaries of knowledge. The blessed Amanat claimed the limits of what is permitted must be expanded, because by refusing to explore certain law, we find ourselves in contempt of the seventh universal law. Comprehension is the key to all things.
With war because he's thinking about burning you at the stake. That's not what he's thinking about. Nobody ever accused Iris of being particularly perceptive or insightful. He's supposed to be. As an interrogator, you got to be able to perceive things and know when people are lying to you. You think you'd be a little bit more bright. I wonder if you could do gay relations in this game. Yeah, Jay doesn't care if you're male or female. And the Drukhari part of member, Marazhai, he doesn't care whether you're male or female, and they both have romances. For Heinrix, you have to be female. For Cassia, you have to be male. Doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. That's awesome. Great to hear, Snake. Volkite weapons. Yeah, I don't think they have them in this game. Romance Drukhari is not exactly my first choice. You still doing the co-op, or you full? Snake. Yeah, I'm always open for co-op. There's nobody in here right now, so there's lots available.
My mentor put forth a thesis claiming that we have stagnated, that ritual is now nothing but a cage for souls and false worship of the Omnissiah. He sought to break the cycle of mindless repetition because he saw the inevitable demise of our faith and all humanity at the end of it.
Certain aspects of the Imperium have indeed ossified. His argument sounds reasonable.
This statement is false. My mentor's words sound like heresy. Limits were established because it is dangerous to venture beyond. Each step past them could lead to a bloody slaughter, but the blessed Amanat was not afraid.
How did you betray Armanat?
The teachings of the blessed Amanat spread, and word of it reached the conclave of the Cognizance fleet. They recognized his teachings as tech heresy. Many tech priests suddenly vanished or were subjected to server penance for minor transgressions. The students of Amanat, whose number included many enlightened and respected brothers, resisted. My prognosis showed that our most likely future was a schism and a fratricidal war that would destroy the Cognizance fleet. That was when I headed to the Conclave.
So Yeah, some of them are gender locked, but not all of them, Crusader. I read somewhere that Yrilet is romanceable. It's just asexual, so she considers Boinkamankai to be bestiality. Yeah, I kind of got that feeling from her, and that's kind of a wild romance. I'm looking forward to experiencing it to see if I feel like it actually shapes up, because honestly, from the way it sounds, I think it sounds like an experience I'm not going to like. Why would you continually try to romance and woo and sway a person who absolutely despises you? And not in a flirtatious kind of hot way, but like really truly looks at you as beneath her.
I confess that handed the information about my mentor's research over to the Conclave. Brazen, anathematic studies of the Forbidden Law. The Conclave could use that data to summon Archmagus Amanat to stand trial and compel him to repent on pain of excommunicate Traitoris. His subsequent fate is unknown to me.
How does someone join? So in the description, you'll see the number sequence to add me as a friend on Steam. So do that, and then you need to be in the Discord, and then actually I'll jump into the Discord channel. And then once we're in the same Discord channel, you can also, I can invite you to the lobby of this game, and then it'll bring you in. They're like melter weapons, but they shoot long-range beams. During the early days of the Imperium, they were common space marine weapons, but bolters were ultimately cheaper to mass produce. I absolutely love bolters. I love the way they shoot. I love the way they sound. It makes me want to play some of the other Warhammer games where you're able to use the bolter weapons. Yep, Neck is Snake. I've seen their DLC plans. I actually have a video coming out tomorrow talking about their DLC plans, and then also giving my thoughts, and then also talking about the DLC I'd like to see for the game. Deep spiritual connections are a thing. Yeah, everything isn't about sex, but I'm just saying, why am I romancing this person who obviously hates and despises me? So you betrayed your mentor?
This statement is true. However, I took this step out of loyalty to my mentor. He rejected caution and was leading us to a blasphemous war where he would become the first and most important victim. I did not want to witness his destruction and tried to force him to submit. I wanted to return to my mentor and share his fate, but the Conclave found me repentant and sent me to the station Alter Templum Calixis EXT-17, where I was to atone for my previous transgressions.
Interesting. If that's the station I was never able to get into. Of course, for this first run, I resolved his quest in a dogmatic fashion. I wonder if I had convinced him to turn towards heresy, if he would have went back there, and that's how you actually can walk into that place. Interesting, we'll see. You are as good at finding excuses as you are at technology.
This statement is false. I, Pasqal Haneman, fully accept responsibility for my profane acts and betraying the trust of my esteemed mentor.
Why force a wall to move if it isn't willing? Exactly. But so I'm gonna try that romance out just so I can see the content, but something tells me it's not gonna be all that. And I've not heard about the DLC plans, so your video will be useful to me. Awesome, I hope you enjoy it. I'm really hyped for the Adeptus Arbiter. Yep, pretty much Judge Dredd on crack. Yep, absolutely. I got a picture of one front and center on the thumbnail because I think they look absolutely fantastic. Big bro, but things that I can actually derive concrete benefits from, it's my pleasure. Why did you go to Rycab Minoris?
I was summoned there by a message that was encrypted with the Blessed Amanat's personal code, and could it be interpreted in several ways. One thing was certain: we were in danger, and I had to go to Rycab Minoris.
I thought Space Marines were chemically castrated. Which, again, just because you're chemically castrated doesn't mean that you can't have romantic relations. So I guess going on dates and all that is still legit, but that was just the first thing that came to my mind. That is true, though, right? The tech priest named the Bell. Who is he?
I never met him, but I think he was a person of worth. The phrase that came from his lips indicates he was in contact with my mentor. I preserved his cortical implant and absorbed the information it contained. However, the large amounts of data memories are encoded with a cipher yet unfamiliar to me.
What are you going to do next?
I was wrong when I assumed it was the blessed Archmagos Amonat who assumed the guise of Abel Haneman. But there is a connection between him and the Reverend Abel, and I intend to uncover the nature of this link.
No more questions.
Acknowledged. I will return to ruminating on the search for the blessed Amonat. May your labors be
Yrilet's weather being Monkey. Interesting. Yeah. I definitely plan to play through all of the different romances. So what's going on? What's going on with these guys? And see how they are. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh, she's the one I forgot to talk with. Okay. Tall, middle-aged woman stares straight ahead, her eyes vacant as she rubs the implant at her temples. Her collar is undone, and one of the clasps is on the verge of falling off. Sensing your presence, Idira turns her head towards you and offers you a crooked smile, even as her eyes look right through you. Idira, about your abilities.
What are you talking about, Lord Captain?
You're a Psyker. Psykers are only granted the right to live with the Emperor's blessing. Have you ever been to Terra?
Look, Lady Theodora couldn't care less if some eggheads measured my brains or not. It's not about the seal on your forehead, get it? It's about what's in your gut, if it's rotten or not. My gut's stronger than the adamantine on this here ship. And my implants are better than the ones they put in you on your Terra. If they weren't, I wouldn't have lived as long as I have.
Idira bares her teeth in a savage grin, a febrile gleam in her eye. I agree, her art does look like she's way younger than someone who's in her 40s. You seem to have a very strong reaction to what Argenta said by the broken lens.
It was just my nerves playing up. Something about our little saint doesn't sit right with me, and I trust my gut. Oh sure, she seems straight as an arrow and as predictable as a hangover after drinking. But when I look at her, something about her makes my brain itch. After that conversation, I tried to listen to what was being said about her. Beyond the door, what I heard was strange. Blood in her past, twilight in her present, and something like a star leading her. But where is it leading her? I saw several roads, and all of them frightened me.
Do you think I should keep an eye on her?
It certainly wouldn't hurt. I'll keep a watch on her too. If only I knew what it meant. Maybe it means danger for her. Or maybe danger coming from her.
Where do you come from?
Lyra, an outlying world in the Heathen Stars region. In the Coronis Expanse, the deeper you go, the less visible the Astronomicon gets, and the less people know about the Imperium. The arrival of a rogue trader is the best thing that can happen to a world like that. The very best.
Tell me about Lyra.
It's an out-of-the-way planetoid between two faint stars. On Lyra, a dozen local tyrants fight over 5 measly continents. But they use everything they can to win. From poison to psychers. I haven't been there in many years, but there's nothing for me to miss. Trust me. But here on the ship is a different story altogether. I saw more wonders in my first year serving Lady von Valancius
I
than
absolutely
I've seen in my
agree,
whole
Hensler. I
life
think her
on
voice
Lyra.
acting is
Like my
fantastic.
first journey
It
through
makes
the
her
war,
so much better.
I was in bed for 3 days. I felt like supernovas were exploding in my head. I only found out later that I'd gotten off easy. Just through the bulkhead in the bay next to mine, a whole team turned into... Look at me rambling on, Lord Captain. Pay no attention.
Yeah, like in the beta, when she had no voice acting, I found her conversations really boring, to be honest with you. And I always skip through them. But in the actual game, love conversing with her. You never finished your story about your first time crossing the warp.
It wasn't like it was a very fun trip, Lord Captain. But look, if you want to be entertained, I'm the woman for the job. I'll entertain you with one of the stories from my collection, no problem. But if you want to hear about the time I melted everyone in the bay next door, well, I just don't really want to go into the details on that one, all right?
What did you do before you came to be on the ship?
Oh, I embroidered wall hangings in honor of our national heroes. I did the same thing I do here, Lord Captain. Divining. Our rulers prized the ability to see into the future. Every psyker that could be found was worth a small fortune on Lyra. There's no such thing as a peaceful life on Lyra. People like me were especially sought after. They'd pick psykers up wherever they found them, buy kids off their parents, even just abduct them. Take me, for instance. I got taken from my street gang. The older kids sold me when they noticed there was something off about me. The ruling dynasties had schools where they trained us and beat us black and blue. And then they packed us off to serve. Some of us held on for a long time, but others didn't last. Not everyone's as smart and talented as me, you know. Some people crossed the line and were out of commission before their time.
Idira looks at you expectantly. Then, as though clarifying, she uses her hands to indicate a head exploding and laughs. How did you end up in the Rogue Trader's service?
Theodora von Valancius paid a visit to the ruler I was serving at the time. I don't know what the visit was for, and it's no business of mine anyway. I can still remember the way the voices in my head changed when I looked at her. They were practically screaming. She had so much behind her, and plenty ahead of her too. As I gawped at her, all of a sudden I heard a whisper. A hint, a suggestion, nothing more. But I know the difference between idle chatter and a real threat. I seized my chance and approached Theodora. I managed to whisper a couple of words in her ear before the wardens dragged me away. They beat me and locked me up. No wonder. It wasn't my place to converse with outsiders. And then Theodora's people came for me. They broke down the wall, butchered the guards. Also, I could tell them my warning in full. So I said the rest, but I didn't want to go back to my old life. And so I entered the service of the von Valancius dynasty.
Have you ever been off the ship?
A few times. Not many. And if I think about it, why would I want to? I've got everything I need here. All the whispers I hear are familiar ones. They almost feel like family. And if I want to hear about the nightmares off the ship, I can. After some Amisek. But don't go getting the wrong idea. If I have to, I'll follow you to the edge of the galaxy.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course, Lord Captain.
All right, that's enough. I want to get back into the story. Let's take my leave.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Let's land on Footfall. See what they have for us. There's nobody else I need to talk to, right? I don't think so. So let's do a save first. Yeah, so I'll do Footfall with you all, and then at some point off stream, I'll come back on the ship, redo my build. Specifically, I still need to work out the sheet. I think I'm almost got builds for Commander High Slanderer and Idira set up. And so once I have that done, then I'll respec them so that they align with those builds. Lord Captain, Ravor's voice over the Vox sounds wary rather than annoyed. I'm getting reports of several ships moving towards us. Judging by the fact that they're not responding to our hails and the telemetry that shows a trail of macro batteries They're not here for a chinwag. Ready to issue orders to prepare for battle at your command. Where did they come from? Haven't you noticed them before? The rubbish is for abundance, and I'm not talking about these wrecks that are about to open fire. I mean the remains of meteorites, gas clouds, refuse from the shipyards. It all bunches together, and the smaller ships hide behind it to harass ships as they emerge from the warp. Could this be the work of Conrad Vakvir? The silence over the Vox lasts for several seconds. It's possible. He could have hired some scum, or maybe it's just a pirate who saw the state of our ship and decided to push his luck. On my order, all stations get ready for void combat. She's not the avoiding combat type, so we'll ignore that. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Stars tremble. Empyrean awakens.
I hate this about the game. The first thing I always take to level up my my ship is the initiative options, because I hate the way ships can just go way
Send their
before you.
souls to the void.
Hate it, hate it, hate it. All right, that's not working. That's not working. Yep. All right. Well, for my main character, I'm definitely going to be a pyromancer. And then so actually, I'm going to make Idira and my main character both pyromancers. But Idira, of course, is also going to have some aspects of telepathy and divination. While my main character, I think I'm giving her some biomancy. And I'm going to use that to kind of fill them out.
Void.
That. Yeah, I know all this stuff. I know.
Unleash our wrath upon my enemies.
Excellent. All right.
Macro cannons, annihilate them.
Excellent.
Emblazon our path.
Ooh, I can't protect myself no kind of way, so this is probably gonna go poorly. And so with my main character, I want to also focus on whatchamacallit. Can we? You must reach one of the endpoints. Okay, fine. I want to focus on building up probably ballistic skill and maybe even agility to take more advantage of soldier mechanics in a way that will. God, dog it. That's unfortunate. All right. To take advantage of soldier mechanics in a way that will be helpful even for my pyromancy psyker powers. It won't let me. It won't let me do that. That's interesting.
Let the Empyrean guide
So yeah,
us.
all of that is going to require respect. Oh, this isn't good.
Let destruction pour forth.
There we go.
The Von Valancius dynasty knows no defeat.
I hate the way the game forces you into void ship combat before you actually have an opportunity to put people into the stations. All right, let's repair our hull, and then let's go into void ship management. And there's nothing to upgrade. Oh, we can upgrade the hull. I never bothered to upgrade the ram. It just never made sense to run around ramming people to me. But I don't know maybe it actually does. All right. Persuasion. None of us really have that well. We'll deal with that at some point. Argenta has plenty of demolition, but we'll actually go with you for demolition. Shield Master, obviously you. You go here. Warp. You're gonna go here. I'll have to circle back to this and re-put you all over in here. Master. You can go here. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Wait, warp challenge she doesn't have? Yeah, that's the other thing. Okay. All right. Done and done. Let's go ahead and let them tell me that I'm not going to be allowed to come in. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside of Vox recording and stating that the priesthood of the altar sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity and are refusing access to guests on the basis of the Adeptus Mechanicus' privilege of inviolability, granting them sole jurisdiction over their sacred sites. It is what it is. Three, what's up, man? Adrona Lady and Pathfinder as a bear. Oh, wow. Sounds like very good times. Scan all worlds, reported them to explorators. We'll skip through all this. This is just connecting us with a vendor. I would like to know more about it. Components. Oh, look, it is going to let us pick up a couple of things. Excellent. I will take that. I'll take that. And then, actually, we should have a couple of things to submit to you. Yep, here we go. We got some cargo for you, bro. We got some cargo for you. Now, hide untraceable and trade. 300. Allows 300. The slow way in which you increase reputation with the Imperial Navy is so irritating. Hey, so irritating. My Christmas was fantastic, Threed. Cannot complain about getting a day off work. How about you? Wait for the ship's inspection. Hey, we just got to level up. And void. And oh crap, I should have increased level up Argenta before we did this, but you know what, it's fine. Probably saw this question last night's stream, but I'm gonna be honest, I was blackout dry. I got a dice tray. Nice. Hey, blackout drunk the day after Christmas isn't a bad way to be. Mine was all right. Spent time with my cat though. At least I wasn't alone. Absolutely. Nobody should spend Christmas alone. That's why I did a little bit of streaming on Christmas. Might not be able to stream on New Year's Day though. Looks like I'll probably be over at my folks' house. Gonna go see my mom and dad for a little while. Spend some time with them. Bring the daughter over and see them as well. She have all those civilians with her before? You didn't announce that you're a rogue trader? I wonder. I think it's just her if you don't announce that you're a rogue trader. Right, this is a rogue trader greeting. The welcome procession is not particularly long, but it does attract attention. Everyone is dressed in their finest apparel, every button gleaming. Standing in front of the others is a woman with clearly expensive implants. She bows in a solemn curtsy. Rogue trader, Footfall welcomes you. On behalf of the Liege, Lord Vladam Takora, allow me to express my joy at your arrival. The Liege awaits you at his residence, but should you have other business to conduct on the station, it will be honored to serve as your guide. Cassia's lip curls slightly. This is so familiar. Behind the amber-colored scattering of words of welcome, far less appealing hues lurk, murky and diluted, the look of someone accustomed to lying and hiding their intentions. Mira, what's going on? How are you? How did your heretic react to the end of Act 1? You know what? I didn't get a special heretic reaction. Other than I just abandoned our planet and left it to heresy. In fact, no, there was a reaction. There was no reaction to the Act 1 boss, but in the decision about what to do with the planets, a voice in my head said, hey, leave the planets alone. They have a new master now, and no one should be taking them from them. So there was that. I definitely didn't have that when I did my dogmatic run. Post a picture of it in a moment. Awesome. Awesome. Family go see, but my friends usually go spend some time to themselves. Got you. I understand. Yeah, I'm grateful to still have my folks. In fact, most of my friends don't have their parents anymore, so I'm preparing myself for the worst, but I'm going to enjoy them as long as they're here. Idira jerks her head, shakes it, and hisses through her teeth. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. I really love this aspect of having Idira on your team, that she warns you about things coming up. Abelard sighs and casually places his hand on his weapon. Address Idira. Who's coming? Judging by the voices, there's a lot of them. Angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't that sharp. Their strength is in their numbers. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean by such a cryptic pronoun? She doesn't get to say the rest.
Hey, newcomer! How's this for a warm welcome?
Lordy. Closer to that.
Your struggles are in vain.
She said repent!
Hey. Was this here before? I don't think this whole structure right here, this overpass, I don't think it was here before. I don't remember this overpass at all. All right. Oh yeah, maybe this is part of the welcome. That this overpass is standing here. All right, anyway, let's get to business. Idira, where do I want you? What order is it we're going in? So Pasqal, and then Idira. I don't like, oh wait, no, Cassia is really the one who's gonna go first. And, ooh, she should already have. She should already have the grand strategist mechanics that could be used. So, useful. Abelard could be out here as well. All the way out here. Who's the, oh, Commander Icelander, yeah. I guess, you know, you don't need to be close at all either here. Yeah, put you all the way back there. All right, let's see how this goes. She can only do that, so let's get some of that going. Who's, okay, so you're the first one, cool. So if I do that, nope, that's not gonna work, but this, what about this? Yeah, that's gonna get more of them. What about him? There we go. It's gonna get to very, very much. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh crap, wait. I completely forgot. We got we can mark people as prey now.
Was that you? Or
let me do one of them.
anything else?
Let's see that. I'm disown myself. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that, man. My father and I, we had a nice little falling out for a good while. There was about a year where he where we didn't talk. I wouldn't say he directly disowned me, but really I cussed him out. My father's got a thing. His children cannot cuss at me. And so our relationship had completely fallen apart for about a year, but we figured it out. Hopefully you're able to do the same, man. I got a call from work on Christmas Eve. The weekend guard locked himself out of the office and wanted me to let him back in. I was in Akron, so he was out of luck. Well, it wasn't that lucky for you. What's going on, princess? How are you? I can't wait till Dragon Daughters 2 comes out. You are a fan of the first one? Why can't you play it, Threed? Want to see the new spell graphics in that game. Yeah, I was a big fan of Magic Archer. That was absolutely my thing when I played the first one.
Request approved.
Let's do some of that.
Running
Some of that.
binary override.
And
As the
over
tactical
here.
imperative dictates.
And here we
Your
go.
Messiah.
There we go. Oh, and yeah, let's do that.
Prognosis is
And then let's also do some of
running
that.
binary override.
Where's Argento? Over here? Okay. Probably can't. Yeah, you can't get all the way over there.
Cogitation failed.
Seriously? All right, fine. Let it go. Excellent. All right, now. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Man, come on back over here. Mm-hmm. Now, you know what? She's gonna go ahead and do this.
Isn't
Yep,
this a
there we
job
go.
for character?
Excellent. Just fantastic all the way around. And who does she want to get? I guess she'll give it to Idira.
I am
Sure.
a navigator, not a servitor.
My favorite spell is Marazhai. Whipping peeps with pure lightning is hilarious. And lightning. Absolutely, absolutely. I don't have the hardware. I thought you had a PlayStation. Major fan of one. Love the pure magic class myself. Nice. Can't afford Geoforce now. I'm in a mass game and that's eating away my Geoforce now money. I understand. Armored and war. Here.
Will do.
Some of that. Because she can't, yeah, there's no groups. Well, she could come over here. But then this one is probably going to light her up. So no, we'll stay back here.
But of course.
Go. And you're done. Oh wow, you came all the way down. That's interesting. Oh wow, and you absolutely lit Cassia up. I don't appreciate that, not one bit. Abelard, make my displeasure known.
At your beck and call.
And she dodged. That's unfortunate.
Indeed.
She dodged again. That's really unfortunate.
I will do my duty.
Let's do some
At
of
your
this,
beck and call.
and then some of this. Help Cassia out. Oh, look at you parrying. All right. You know what? She doesn't. Oh, you know what? That'll work.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
And nope, that's not gonna work.
I will bathe this
Gotta come up
battlefield
with
in
you.
righteous fury.
50% is as good as it's gonna get.
Doubt is for
50%
the
is
weak.
as good as it's gonna get. Wow. And you really didn't do right by me on this one, Argenta. 62%, 51%, 42%. All right, this is
Faith
as good as it's
without
gonna get.
deeds is worthless.
You know what? It's fine, because this is what I really want. Except, I don't want you to be the one who uses it. So let's go here. Is it this guy, this guy? Okay, interesting. Boom. Actually, we're gonna
I will
do that.
triumph.
And no. Okay, fine. No. Yeah, how about some of you?
Purpose guides me.
And see. Can she? No, it's 49%. She can't even see those other ones. That only makes 59%. Nah, we're not gonna give it to you.
One step closer.
But most of my adopted family have nothing to do with me. But my adopted sister still talks.
Ruin
You gotta just invest in the people who are willing to invest in you. I completely understand. There's some people that I don't talk to anymore. I definitely understand. Dragon's Dogma isn't going to be on PS4. Oh, it's only going to be on new console, so you got to get on PS5. I got you. Okay. Got no gaming console. I'll save it up for Xbox Series S and SEE. Nice. I also don't have a gaming console. Oh, that's not good. Oh, this is not going well. Okay. And it's not going well because I didn't do this right, but it's okay. We're about to start doing it right.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
I could have them use a med kit, but I'm not gonna bother. Instead, we're just gonna go for the best. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I knew it. All right. And let that be that. And then she'll give it to
In the name
Avalok.
of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
It will be done.
Oh, you're not dodging no more?
Victory is imminent.
Oh, you having issues now, huh?
I will do like you like the carrot.
You don't like that. I had a feeling you wouldn't like that. Where's the rest of these guys? Oh, so you're one. And then you're another, but it said that there's 3 left. Where's the third one? Oh wait, there's 2 over here. Okay. That's fine. He cannot reach. So yeah, we'll go with you. Yeah. Oh, no. Don't tell me that hurt. Couldn't have hurt. Couldn't have hurt all that trash you were talking.
Isn't this a job for the...
And there we go. And here, hold on. You come all the way out over there. There we go. Yep. And then don't you go nowhere. Don't you do nothing. There we go. Good enough. Also, I brought myself the Imperium Maledictum rulebook as a Christmas gift. Nice. So now I can run either that or Wrath and Glory. Oh, that's awesome. Wrath and Glory is nice. Played it some buddies over the summer. Walmart app has a bundle with an Xbox Series S console with 2 wireless controllers and Skyrim Special Edition. Wow. They're still packaging Skyrim with consoles? That's kind of crazy. We ran a game on WNG earlier this year. It was about a gang turf or the lower decks of a rogue trader vessel. I'm thinking of rebooting it and running it in the Discord for people. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. The shivering young servant looks up at you with horror in his eyes. Emperor, protect me. They killed. Every time I warn them, and then they go all, dear Emperor, our Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who could have thought? Idira spits on the ground in annoyance. A gang of puny thugs attacked me. The Emperor's anointed, rogue trader von Valancius. Such a poorly organized attempt on my life can only be seen as a personal affront. And no, she's not the type to call upon the Emperor. Stop quivering, unwashed worm, and answer me. Who would dare to attempt such an outrageous attack? Your ladyship, those guys were Ambers. They're a gang. They're the worst, I'm telling you. They're scared of no one, not even Liege Takora. He glances around like he's expecting more bandits to appear. Does this kind of thing happen often around here? Shooting? Yes. Attacks on nobles? Not very often, unless it's the Ambers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Go and report this to the Liege. Yes, I'm sorry, your ladyship. I'll just go report to the Liege. They killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible. want to do roll trailer, but I can't do roll 20. Well, isn't it wouldn't it be roll 100, or did Owlcat, is that something Owlcat just did uniquely for the Rogue Trader game? Oh yeah, okay. Let's go back. I ain't do a full save yet. Nope. Okay.
Embrace true power.
And auto pistol. That can always be in the cargo. We are not looking for auto pistols anymore. What's this? We need no rules or leaders. We are not an organization. We are a force of nature. ANV.
The world will bow.
Gonna enforce a light carapace. Nope, doesn't do anything for us. I mean, gives us a different look if we want it, but that's it. They are nihilists. We believe in nothing. Roll20 isn't a game system. It's an online virtual tabletop. Oh, right. Rogue Trader is a D100 system. There we go. Okay, cool. I only have a phone right now, so I can't as such and have conversations at the same time. Got you. Interesting. The tall, hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. A breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. The skin on his hands is of a sickly gray hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. Initiating identification procedure. This unit is identified as Lagus Opticon 22 and is a fully authorized representative structural part of the Continence's fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. Initiating official greeting procedure for esteemed high-value visitors. Glory, success to House von Valancius. A Benhark aria begins to flow from the scratch box attached to the tech priest's chest. Requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation, Logisticar Theta. Pasqal and Opticon 22 exchange glances and a short series of Benhark signals before bowing their heads in satisfaction. Opticon 22's head bows noticeably lower than Pascal's. What is Logisticar Theta? Under the contractual obligation in question, 34761 Tehran cycles ago, the exploratory cognizance fleet received from representatives, authorized units of the von Valancius dynasty, a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalian void tankers. Received it and then didn't pay. Compensate, remunerate, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment, reciprocal offering from the Continence's fleet can be made to von Valancius assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled, archived. Confirm your status regarding acceptance of the payment, reciprocal offering. You waited 30 years to pay up? Execution of payment, reciprocal offering, is in accordance with the specifications of the contractual obligation. Allocation of assets from the holdings of the Cognizance fleet was initiated when the tankers reached the main squadron, 14905 Tehran cycles after the initial transaction. The asset allocation process concluded several cycles later. Transportation of assets to the Furabunda system took even more Tehran cycles. Final delivery of assets to Footfall took additional Tehran cycles. Clever. If you had been purchasing fuel for a squadron at the other end of the Imperium, you may never have had to pay at all. We would have turned to dust before you made it there and back. You're saying that my dynasty has had extensive business dealings with you? This statement is true. The Cognizance fleet concluded 1292 contractual obligations with the von Valancius dynasty as represented, led, administered by the counterparty identified as Theodore von Valancius. The most substantial was Pact 8 Yule, in accordance with which Archmagos Cubus Delphim, data usher of the sevenfold hallowed workshop of the sacred world of Euphrates II, was transferred to the planet Kiava Gamma to perform the duties of, minister as, its fabricator censor. The services of such a highly enlightened, enhanced, authorized servant were recompensed via the offering of paid with a 7-year contract granting the fleet's exploration vessels maintenance privileges at the Kiava Gamma facilities. That is true. In the last couple of decades, Lady Theodora took pains to form a strong relationship with the Cognizant's fleet. She turned down a dozen candidates looking for the right tech monitor to watch over Kiava Gamma. What payment can I expect? Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extractatums, Astra Orator Processing Complexes, in the quantity stipulated in the contractual obligation. Each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance liturgies and has been assessed for conformance to the sacred standard template construct. Great creations of the Omnissiah, blessed be his beneficence, which has bestowed upon these complexes industrial might and a full cycle of reproduction and life support. So if you accept payment, you gain only one mobile extractium. If you say no payment is needed, consider the Prometheum my gift and a sign of my hope for collaboration in the future, you gain 5,000 reputation points. I take the 5,000 reputation points every single time. The request is accepted. The contractual obligation, Logisticar Theta, is concluded. The Cognizant's fleet thanks House von Valancius for its cooperation. The status of the unit's request will be increased. Nice. More of a modern urban fantasy person, but definitely will try. Rogue Trader and Imperium Maledictum are D100 systems. Wrath and Glory uses a pool of D6. Leave the dot system in Vampire. If I run either system, we'll mostly use Discord with a heavy emphasis on Theater of the Mind over maps and grids. Okay. Sounds like a plan. I seek the friendship of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus is interested in and considers expeditious cooperation with rogue traders. Under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, it is willing to provide services to the von Valancius dynasty. The priority of service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. The Cognizant's fleet will be glad, alternative unavailable, to accept any samples of sacred technology, samples of profane xenotech, miscellaneous items, reminder, storage, study, and/or disposal of the aforementioned objects, with the exception of 3 miscellaneous items, is the preferential right of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Explorator fleet will also accept information about planets in the Coronis Expanse that have not previously been recorded in the Planetary Register. Why do you want information about planets? Omnifaceted study of the Coronis Expanse is the sacred mission, operational objective of the Cognizant's fleet. Information about the planets and star systems of the Coronis Expanse will be complied, studied, and transferred to the holy repositories of Mars upon completion of the Great March of Exploration mission. This process increases the totality of knowledge and decreases the totality of ignorance in the universe. Why are you interested in xenotech? Isn't that heresy? The Cognizant's fleet finds it reasonable to believes that forbidden knowledge in the hands of the laity causes destruction and violations that go against the Omnissiah's will. Weakness of mind and will unleashes the heresy, which consumes the laity whole. An example that demonstrates the outline pattern: a void station in the system of Legrin's Belt. According to the data available to the Cognizant's fleet, the heretics on the station have trade relations with Xenos for the sake of obtaining dangerous and pernicious technology. The destruction of these heretics is of high priority, but not high enough to demand immediate action. I have some questions. Information assistance will be provided. Opticon 22, that's a strange name. The designation Opticon is an identifier with an illustrious history, a significant number of archive references, and is used by many explorators in the Cognizance fleet. The extension 22 is a custom edition made by the current unit, designed to highlight the unit's unique personality. It's easier said than done. It's not too bad. So I did my last WNG game. I had the Urban Shadows 2 ebook from 3 different people. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. At the end of January, I'll be able to run a full game instead of just using a quick start. Thinking of running tabletop RPGs. Nice. Steve, you're looking at the long run instead of the present time. Want to do a D&D session of that as an elf. I would absolutely love to kick up some tabletop sessions in the Discord. Absolutely. Let's do it. What is the Cognizance Fleet? The Cognizance Fleet is an exploratory fleet formed, produced by the Adeptus Mechanicus for the purpose of surveying, optionally conquering the Coronis Expanse. The fleet's core squadron is located in Data Classified, while auxiliary echelons and autonomous void vessels are operating throughout the entirety of the Coronis Expanse. May the Omnissiah's favor be with my tech comrades. Pasqal reverently touches the exploratory insignia on his robe. You're an explorator. Then why are you here instead of exploring faraway systems? This unit functioned as a senior planetary scout for the duration of Data Classified procedural cycles. It was distinguished with 3 promotions by 1 grade, the right to a Tier 2 sacred augmentation, a notation in the fleet-wide archive as a valuable unit. After a reconnaissance mission in the Tanaris system, this unit was promoted to the rank of Logis and transferred to Footfall in order to perform the functions appropriate for its current status. There's something close to wistfulness in Opticon 22's otherwise emotionless voice. My archive contains data on the reconnaissance of the Tanaris system and the associated special circumstances. I express my respect for a veteran and adherent of the fleet. Valid assessment. The Tanaris system was a great test of faith, an assessment of this unit's durability threshold, an act of destructive genocide. Wow! So what happened in the Tanaris system? Pasqal and Opticon 22 turn to you and snap in unison, Data Classified. What are you doing on Footfall? This unit performs residential representation, maintenance of the bureaucratic machine for the purpose of ratification of the insulating boundaries, management of the copper thread supply line, compilation of astrographic and reconnaissance data. Abelard lets out a long and heavy sigh. There was once a tech acolyte in Lady Theodora's retinue who knew the unique language of the esteemed tech priest. I only begun to realize the true value of his abilities after it had been devoured by a xenobeast of some nondescript world. Pasqal, do these words have a translation? A hiss of static resembling a sigh comes out of Pasqal's box. Opticon 22's functions can be conveyed through flesh speak as functioning as the fleet's diplomatic mission, overseeing shipments, ensuring that the laity does not encroach upon the exploratory sphere of interest, and collecting data on star systems. Why are you here and not, say, at the Legion's palace? Prolonged communication with lay people of high social standing causes this unit vexation, desire for forceful cessation of vital functions, grief, decline in motivation, righteous fury, willingness to initiate purity protocol. Remaining in an area of repair and maintenance of sacred machines is beneficial to this unit's cognitive functions. Oh man, even poor man's Pasqal is still hilarious. This statement is true. The behavioral dynamics typical of lay groups are frequently devoid of logical patterns and are taxing to analyze. I'll be down to try Urban Shadows 2. 18 plus. I have no filter. I don't want kids listening to my dirty mouth. I don't think we have any kids on the Discord server anyway. I read up on Urban Shadows book and found that I prefer my elven power centralized in the form of a crown. Probably everyone's an adult here. It being Warhammer 40K will watch it. But just check it on my corners. Yep, I got you. I'm 25, so I'll be good. That's fair. Curse like a sailor when I'm not at work. Yeah. Definitely. Adults only. I have no more questions. Information systems mode deactivated. I want to make a trade deal. Ooh, look at that. Free stuff. More free stuff. More free stuff. More free stuff. More free stuff. Definitely got to get those mobile extractors later on. Alright, that'll be useful as well. But we'll look at that later. Alright.
Intriguing.
Same thing. I think there's a 14-year-old on the server. Why you say that? I don't remember what this code is. I have to circle back here.
Let's seize the opportunity.
We chatted about him playing. He was like, yeah, I'm below the age limit. Really? It's a little disturbing, to be honest with you, but I'm going to let it ride. At least for now.
I tread a path unexplored.
I only say that because I don't play, I play adult games, you know? So we're having adult conversations about adult games. The wearer and their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Standard container. Now's not the time. It's there. It's more A and B propaganda. And at the end of the day, you can't control everybody who gets on there, right? So, rank 5 functionary.
Powers unseen.
So I'm not going to trip. Life of Saint Drusus, Volume 3.
That wasn't so difficult.
A small altar, the central spot, has been given to Drusus, a saint from the neighboring Calixis sector who is widely revered in the Coronis Expanse. The walls of the container have rusted and its contents rotted away, a situation that is not uncommon for shipments trying to pass through Imperial customs. Loot. The container is labeled Destination Janus. It is covered in dust. It must have spent a long time in the docks.
My house would be
At first glance, these look like standard containers, but their frames have been reinforced and their sealing improved to keep the smell in. These are used to transport contraband. More propaganda. Oh wait, the Holy Book by the altar. That void damn customs guy, he's always on duty. Does he get any time off? Does he ever leave for a pissy, a servitor or something? Hang about a window. Remember to bow to the emperor through the window. Oh, I already did that, but I missed these. There we go.
The Emperor sets my path. Let's seize the opportunity.
What's over here? What is that? Why does she still have forewarning on her? That's weird. Hangar A1. Oof. Well, you're not putting power in any range, you can find Earth. I did that once. It didn't go well. Ultimately, it's the pair's job, not ours. Yeah, exactly. Wearing a crown all the time while doing subterfuge would be a pain, but having the power of an authority could be useful. Can't wait to play. What's going on, Jovi? Always good to see you, man. Glad you enjoyed the review. Hope you end up liking Rogue Trader as well. Finest wines.
The world will bow.
Whoa, missed a couple. That's an Opticon, right? Okay. Miss over here. Some goods. More insanity. And here we go. Willpower. What she already had fired up. She got enough bullets for everyone. She doesn't have unfaltering fire, rapid. I will not die. Taking Grenadier unless something else really grabs me. I need it will not die, but I need it later. She could go for swift movements as well. But now we'll go for Grenadier. Oh, hey, we get another common talent. Swift movements it is. Demolition, she is already maxed out on. We'll go with Medikai. She did that one. Rate of fire. And then, what do we want? We'll take Bounty Hunter for you as well. Why not? Alright. You know what? She's gonna annoy me. There we go. Let's save. Until it's officially tomorrow. That's correct. Low DPMC want to play. I don't know what DMPC is. Alright, let's go with the Atrium. Loving rogue trader myself, but I ran into a bug today that bummed me out. In Act 4, Argenta's quest wouldn't progress. That's the first big bug I ran into. What's going on, Cordell? Sorry to hear that, man. What kind of bug is it? Why won't it let you progress? Bought it already. Waiting for a few more patches for it. I'm still stuck in BG3. Cruises to 700 hours played soon. Oh, wow. I hope you've been enjoying it if you've been playing it that long. Definitely doing a Heretic run when I get this, by the way. Y'all know me enough by now to know I will watch the world descend into chaos for the laws. I don't know how good the Heretic run is, so it'll be interesting to see whether I feel like this lives up to what I experienced in Dogmatic. I felt like Dogmatic was pretty good, and that you definitely had some interesting roleplay opportunities.
I tread a path unexplored.
Immune to burning. And when you end your turn, burning is removed from adjacent allies.
The premonition runs true.
These columns appeared here back when the station was founded, when it was assumed that Footfall would become a wondrous palace in the stars. Oh, a DM plays the PC in the game they're running. That's a DM PC. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, makes sense. Play Redeemed Dark Urge is fantastic. I heard that's the best way to play Baldur's Gate 3. This might have been tomorrow for an hour and where the last hour goes. It's not tomorrow yet over here. Why am I not getting to see you? There we go. Like me, you play as a supportive role and let other members do most of the work. It's my preference as well. The buzzing crowd is closed in on several horrid-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt a massacre is about to take place. Just cut their throats already. What were they thinking letting that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken. No, Cutting. We get their blood on us, we'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Be quiet, you scoundrel. A priest, clad in a simple black raiment, cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right. Argenta stares at the sight of the elderly priest. Ah, that's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he decided to intervene in a street squabble. Intervene. What is going on here? Several dozen gazes bore into you. And who are you supposed to be? I am Commander Heinslanderer, rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. The robber rouse's expression changes completely, and he makes a clumsy attempt at a bow, then crumples to his knees. Your ladyship, I'm sorry. Sorry for not recognizing you. You see, it's just that it's your first time on Footfall, and we didn't know. Terrified, he falls silent. We were just rooting out heresy here. These scrawny ones, they're from the ship that came from the bowels of the Coronis Expanse. They've got plague there, and mutants, and now they're spreading that rot everywhere. That taint, they're all... Silence! You must be completely out of your minds. band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. And what's so wrong with that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear it on the golden throne. We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares? Traitors. Traitors and heretics, the lot of them. A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors and that fills this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear. Their red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. Cassia looks at the crowd of troublemakers warily, and they shudder at the very sight of her. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish black grief, but their words are as transparent as the ice that lies at the top of a glacier. But commoners are always deaf to other suffering, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me, Commander High Slanderer. Address the refugee. Those are serious accusations you're spouting. I hope you have proof to back them up. What more proof do I need? The man shouts. Kiavagama used to be a prosperous world. My family transported goods from there for generations. And then they came. They butchered, tortured, sacrificed entire blocks to the darkness. We were on our ship up in orbit, and all those messages started coming in. Half the wardens down there joined them right away. And they even reached us in our ship with some blight that made half our crew take their own lives. We barely escaped. We barely made it here. Why? Why did this happen to us? Wonder what all this is about. Is our planet really under attack? Or did some devious opportunist send these slanderers here to undermine the might of the Von Valancius dynasty? Who could it be, I wonder? There is one guy. I bet you've heard of him. His name's Conrad Votver von Valancius. He ran from us not too long ago after having his ass handed to him. He must be itching to get even. Get even by besmirching the dynasty to which he belongs and supremacy over which he laid claim? He is scum, but he's no idiot. No, I think this is something else. There are many who wish to weaken House von Valancius. The bug was when you get back from a quest and you're meant to wait for her to talk to you, that talk happens, but the quest doesn't ever update. Not a game breaker, but annoying. You get back from, oh yeah. I had the same thing happen to me. So let me go ahead and prepare you right now. When you get to the end and you get your end screens, the end screens are gonna say her quest didn't complete. All right, and so you're gonna get an ending for her as if she never did what you know that she did. Very annoying, but no way to avoid it. So yeah, I definitely understand that frustration. What's going on, Mega? Yeah, sorry, man, you missed the Aurora fight. I failed once, but I was able to get it on the second try. You got to burn the heretics. Dealing with them any other way is doing both you and the heretics a disservice. Hey, those are my buddies. We're all on the same side. Hey, enormous. I'd say I have my theories about him too, but they're more like assertions. He feels like one of those classic Owlcat beat you over the head with foreshadowing characters, like Camellia. You have to wait and see. What's going on, Florian? How are you? Now that the rabble rouses, either that or it's much simpler. These people aren't lying, and their planet was captured by heretics, and the rest of it they made up themselves. I can sense darkness in their past. I may not be an expert on Conrads and their schemes, but when it comes to things like this, I know what I'm talking about. Now that the rabble rouses in the crowd. The people before you insult those instated by the throne to be above them, and thus they deserve death. Plagued or not, victims of heretics or actual heretics, how are we to know? Let's just cut their throats. Better safe than sorry. Woo! I mean, this feels like the heretical thing to do. Filth and vileness in each and every one of them. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly. I am Reverend Hieronymus Delorsa, head of the Drusian mission here on Footfall, and you are far too hasty in your judgments and ablaze with fury. Righteous fury, perhaps, but hollow and vain. Come see me when you have the time. We can talk then. Jovi! Thank you for the $10 donation, man. I appreciate it. This is for your Chicago Bears beating my Vikings a few weeks ago. Why, thank you. Makes the victory double good. We didn't get everything we wanted out of this season, but you know what? There's always next year. Always next year.
Beneath my feet.
Boom. I'm really curious what the Heretic's content on Janet's gonna look like. I can't wait.
The whispers told me how.
This statue undoubtedly depicts Parsimus Dwayne, the legendary rogue trader who founded Footfall. The sight of this cogitator would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy, covered in scrawled drawings with frivolous writing scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing and the rest are coated with dust. Actually, I'm waiting for Kiavagama. That's the planet where I'm looking forward to seeing what does being a heretic change for you. Pasqal's respirator lets out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, the right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated, requesting identification and punishment of the deplorable acolyte entrusted with caring for the spirit of this machine. Tech use. Try to repair the cogitator. Askew, what's going on, man? How are you? Succeeded. After a series of creaks and groans, the cogitator's dusty screen lights up. On it are several lines of text, section headings. Praise the Omnissiah. The machine spirit of this cogitator is aggrieved but willing to serve. Accompanied by the crackling of a Ben-Haric prayer, Pasqal's Macandendrites gently place a couple of keys lying on the floor back into place. Select the section titled Welcome. So I've never asked this before, but did you like Owlcat renaming the convention system before the release? Personally, I thought Imperialis and Benevolentia sounded cooler than Dogmatic and Iconoclast. Not only do they sound cooler in my opinion, but even more importantly, it's more clear what they actually mean. Now, if I put Dogmatic character does such and such in the title, people are gonna be like, Dogmatic? The hell does that mean? Whereas seeing Warhammer 40K in the title, along with Imperialis, was very, very clear. Like it was, the whole thing was weird to me that they decided to do that. I don't know what the reasoning behind that was. The screen flickers a few times, but before revealing to the world all the text in Low Gothic. In the name of the founder of Footfall Station, conqueror of stars, builder of outposts, the noblest rogue trader, Parsimus Dwayne, and on behalf of all his descendants, I welcome you. This cogitator was installed on the order of the illustrious Parsimus so that the needy may tap into the flow of his wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the list of sections and choose what you wish to know. Abelard's bow furrows. Parsimus Dwayne? I've never heard of such a rogue trader house. Whoever this Parsimus was, he sure thought big. Lord Captain Parsimus Dwayne, one of the trailblazers of the Coronis Expanse and this station's founder. I've read about his great deeds. Lord Dwayne was once a colonel of the Ostra Militarum, but by his will, later inherited a warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and venture out to conquer the Coronis Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades, and Lord Parsimus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into the bastion of humanity we know today, one that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Pleased with herself, Cassia nods slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. Nice. It's a plagiarism issue, I believe. They can't use all direct names unless the owner of 40K gives direct permission. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Nemo, what's going on? How are you? So I have the game on normal difficulty, and it seems to be very easy. I am at Act 2. Does it just not get hard until later, or are my builds just so OP I'm destroying everything? So this game is significantly easier than Owlcat's other games. The vast majority of combat scenarios, by the time you get to the middle of Act 2, should be completed in the middle of the first round. But I would also say, because the game's easier overall, normal difficulty is way easier than usual. So I would absolutely recommend you pump that up to daring or potentially even hard, depending on what your preference is. I'm not saying I want to be a tech priest, but I did once break to the Omnicide when my friend's car wouldn't start. It did work. I definitely, I'm considering playing the Mechanicus game that multiple people have talked about, especially with the soundtrack. I'm hesitant because I know it's not story focused, and I care about story the most, but I love the Warhammer lore so much, and I feel like it'll probably give me some more layers of it, so I might go ahead and dive in regardless. Looking through Toy Box, internally, the convictions are referred to as faith, hope, and heresy, so they've gone through more revisions than we know. Oh wow, that's interesting. Select the section titled About Footfall. Footfall Station has been envisioned by the great Parsimus Dwayne as a palace in the stars, as majestic as the spirit and mind of its creator. As of the year of this cogitator's installation, merely a small fraction of the great Parsimus's designs has yet been made a reality, but already their audacity and grandeur are staggering. Footfall is to become the gateway to the savage and barely explored Corona's expanse, a foothold for future conquest by the Imperium and the noble Parsimus Dwayne, who acts by the Emperor's will. The cogitator wheezes and blinks, clearly trying to shut down. Tech use, attempt an emergency repair. Succeeded, the cogitator whirs and the screen turns back on. One of the first structures on Footfall was the colossal statue of the Emperor. A whole asteroid was used for the creation of this sculpture, but even its titanic proportions cannot convey the awe that every faithful servant of the Imperium feels before the Master. The statue is the center of Footfall in the same way that the Emperor is the center and heart of the Imperium. As construction progresses, new, smaller asteroids are being attached to the statue. Their surface serving as a foundation for glorious palaces and temples, and their inner tunnels as home for the commoners and rabble. Select the section titled Parsimus Dwayne's Design. The cogitator flickers and grunts before displaying a tapestry of text. The great Parsimus Dwayne intends to conquer the Cronus Expanse and build the most grandiose structure, which will shine through the ages, praising the names of his creators and his descendants. Footfall, the palace of the stars. The glory of the great Parsimus's deeds will live on throughout the ages, and his grand designs. The cogitator hisses and grunts as it tries to clean its insides by spewing out dust and detritus through its cracks. The cogitator hisses for a while, then the screen flickers and once more shows the words, "The great Parsimus Dwayne intends to conquer." Pasqal Vox wheezes mournfully. The spirit of this machine is enraged and will perform its function no more. I will see to it that the profaners responsible for its maintenance are marked for servo penance. Nice. All right.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
That wasn't so difficult.
In this mishmash of devices and cables, you notice equipment from totally different eras, some ancient, some merely old, and others hastily tossed together in more recent
Embrace
years.
true power.
All right, I think that's enough. It has now moved it to the next day, and I'm nice and tired. Let's see. There we go. I do like Rogue Trader a lot overall, though. Pathfinder 1E is just a bit too complex for me, but Rogue Trader feels just about right. I do prefer Rogue Trader mechanics to Pathfinder, to be honest. It's one of the things I definitely enjoy about it. Shame they didn't go with those names. I like the faith, hope, and charity, the theological virtues. Yep, it's nice. All right, you all. I am good and tired. It's time for me to go ahead and go to bed so I can get to work tomorrow. Hope you all enjoyed the stream, And I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Take care, Stacyak. Always good seeing you. Take care, Florian. My pleasure, Cordial. Glad you're able to make it. Night, Marcus. Take care. Good night, Jovi. Glad you're able to make the stream.